I just heard you try to fold that in and it didn't work.
This is so fucked up. The moment I hit record,
Of course,
my body was like, "Let's go, let's get it out right now."
you forgot you had this one left.
Oh man!
Oh Lord!
Please, if you don't mind.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 91. Episode 91 of the Weed, Whiskey, and Wi-Fi podcast. It is I, Keith, aka Man Baby Giant, and to my right, we stand on my left, but to my right, we have.
Hi, Manny.
If you don't know, you know by now. And of course, I have Jada over here on my left. Welcome to yet another episode. We got Drogo and Bay staring out, creeping.
No, don't even mention his name right now. Let him be.
Enjoying the breeze.
Yeah. How's everybody doing this week?
Go ahead, middle lady.
I was like,
I gotta get this out.
They obviously will know by now that we did take a break
Oh yeah.
last week from recording, and that will be my fault. Just day to day, things happen, blah, blah, blah,
There's
blah.
no fault. Sometimes we have to take time.
Yeah, so I just needed a day.
I was laughing when you
Yeah.
sent the text because I was literally across the street. So I was like, oh, okay. It's like,
Oh, I dead ass thought you guys were going to record without me. That's what I was like, are you going to be upset with it? Because I just knew for a fact you were going to do it with or without me, which is cool
No.
either way, but I was like,
yeah, I had a massage appointment
still felt
across
bad.
the street, so I booked that.
Damn, still can't get it out. My apologies. I thought about it, but then I was like, I don't.
well, you said you had stuff that
Yeah,
you needed a female
yeah.
perspective on.
Exactly.
Which absolutely makes
and it was imperative for you to be here, I guess. Important, imperative. Is there a difference?
Imperative.
There you go. So I was like, well, we can only talk about so much Marvel shit, like, so I was just like, take a break. And I just flooded our timeline with nothing but the throwback episodes that people actually listen to, surprisingly
That's
enough.
what's up. Appreciate y'all.
And people kept listening on different platforms to throwbacks, also with watching the YouTube. So I was like, all right, cool.
Thank y'all.
We could take that break for a minute.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. So it took that break, but
sometimes life happens, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
does, especially with me.
And I was not trying to be disrespectful when I said it's right on time.
No, I laugh because sometimes it's me with a time restraint.
Exactly. It wasn't like a personal thing, but anyone listening knows that we
do this every single week, so sometimes
Yeah.
things are gonna kind of
So
get in the way a little bit.
This was like last week's incident or whatever was like kind of right on time because it's like life happens.
Yeah.
And I can almost see it coming, like, all right, we're going straight now. Everything's fine. We should be due with a snafu. If not this week, then next week. And sure enough,
We got it out the way. It's like,
and it's not nothing personal. It's just that, like I said, I always look at the bigger picture with things. And I was just like, it's going too smoothly right now. Something needs to happen.
well, and also, like you said, like,
I'm glad you can factor that
if you
in.
didn't, but also, like,
Makes me feel a little better.
I'd have been like, I'll be honest, I'd have been like a little bit like, damn, like, what the fuck? If you didn't express that it was like, I actually need a female's perspective on the side.
Oh, no, I did.
And then I was like, I don't want to do an episode where we're just empty talking. Because, like, it's one thing, like, when you're out, if you're out of town or if you're not feeling well and you're not doing a show, and we can kind of make it happen. But I don't want to just empty talk and, not do anything.
And it kind of goes on to a topic of that we've had before, but it's a little bit more in depth. And it takes into account being where we record at right now and some other things. And I'll get into it a little bit later. But other than that, welcome back, everybody. Happy to see you guys. Because I actually hadn't seen you since the last time we recorded. So
2 weeks ago. I was like, it's funny.
And I just been out here with this cool weather. Just, all right, they needed a break. I'm starting it up. All right.
I'm going back to 2 weeks ago because I saw the video of you unimpressed.
Yeah.
And I was laughing because I'm like, you used to get on me. Be like, dude, like you all right? Like, yeah, you look bored. I'm like, just not impressed.
Okay. So to sum it up, what happened last week? What was it? Last Friday. It started. I went to Marquee. Well, first Hakkasan, then Marquee, for supposedly trying to see what Mega Stallion was going to do out there. for Life is Beautiful. She didn't go until like almost 2:30 in the morning. I had to be to work at 8:30 in the morning. I'm not sticking around. When I left, she was literally going on as I'm leaving, like going down the elevator. I'm leaving. It happens, whatever. The following day, I actually do go to Life is Beautiful. Check out Ludacris, a couple other shows. Fine. Boom, boom, boom. Come back. Sunday, I chill. Monday, the night where the video was actually shot, Monday night, it's my homeboy's wife's birthday. So he's like, she wants to see you. Come on out. For whatever reason, I do not know, and I'm not saying this in a negative way. She adores me. She thinks I am God's gift to her husband. I can do no wrong in her eyes. Like, I make him a better man.
Okay, I know that, bro. Yeah, like you're the guy that she trusts to be with her husband.
Exactly.
Like,
so she's like
doing some fuck shit.
Right. Like, I was in the wedding. Yeah. And I'm like,
yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I was in the wedding and everything.
Yeah.
You know that one picture that you see when I'm at the wedding that posted a couple years ago? Yeah, that was the wedding.
2 dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, bro.
I mean, I just known you a long time, so I'm just trying to think.
Exactly.
Like, maybe when I would have had that perception of you.
No, I get it.
No.
Exactly.
You know what it is? It's like
I mean, I trust you with my life, just like I trust you with like my children's lives and stuff. But like, I'm not saying that like I fully trust like you and Ben going out together. And I know that you.
Neither do I.
And you know that I mean that with all love, of course.
I'm not offended.
But I mean, it is what it is.
I feel like in that situation,
You know,
I'm that
like-
role. I feel like in that situation, I'd be the role that you would trust.
Even then.
No.
But see, Jada would be like the one to get them in some shit, and then he'd be coming to me like, yo, guess what?
No, I wouldn't do that. I'd never come to you with the guess what. Why would I do that? Snitching.
Necessarily a guess what, but you would tell me is what I'm saying if something were to have happened.
Like on some funny, maybe not on
Yes,
some like,
you would.
not on some shady shit, maybe on some funny shit.
You wouldn't tell
It could
me?
be on some like, yo,
You're a
so your
liar.
man
Not if I was behind it.
Yeah.
No, sorry. You know, this is real me coming out right now. Not if I was behind it. Not if I got in one of my moods and I was like, yo, fuck that shit for one night. The type of thing. No.
I mean, I don't think you'd ever say that in all.
I've done it though. And
I mean,
like,
but you wouldn't do it to me, so I already know that. And don't say anything else to try to make me feel differently, because just don't do it. Anyways, all of this was hypothetical, by the way.
Back to you being the dependable man that she trusted.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
usually it's like they like the decisions that you make, and you also seem very nonchalant, and you never have no bullshit. So that's why
it's weird because I actually was positive, because once he stopped hanging out with me, he was like, yo, I don't want this. What are you doing?
Oh,
force a habit. I'm passing the left, bro. Like, we talking. I'm sorry. I've done it. Like, I do it at least once every couple episodes.
right on time.
At least it wasn't a blunt. Yeah, like
No disrespect.
I forgot you got your platinum cookies. Like,
for some respect on a man's name.
I'm gonna do the shoulders with it when you say it.
Put some respect on a man's name. Like.
Papi's
Oh, man's now.
All right, so back to you decided to be a thought and go out and see your friend's wife for her birthday.
Yeah, because he was like, yo, you got to be there, so and so. So I go out, show face. Did a power move unexpectedly.
Yeah, I remember you said
Had the director of operations walk me in. Straight from the front door straight to the table. I was like,
we call that a flex.
unexpected
Sometimes it's just
flex.
like,
He hit me with the, hey, come on, you know who you with? You know, follow me, blah blah blah.
Just you? Yeah, the just you.
That's why I love riding solo. Oh, it's just you? Come on, man, I got you. You got some drink tickets?
Man, let me take care of you.
Come on.
It's just you, man. Look, you barely get out, bro. Let me make sure you have a good time.
He'll have a shot with me.
Yeah. I ain't see you forever, bro. Let's go have a shot. Yeah. It's like, as the late great Bill Withers said, it's always this lovely day. Like every time.
So that's how I went out. So on and so forth. Go to the table, meet everybody. Around 1 a.m., I'm like, yo, shit really has not changed in the past 2 years. These niggas is playing the same sets. They ain't switched up shit. The drops is still the same.
The presentation is the same.
I was just like, I was just unimpressed. I was literally unimpressed with what was going on that night. It's like after I said my hellos, saw everybody I saw Gab, you know Vince, saw all of them, said what's up, had fun with my friend's wife and everything. Had fun with him. We're all talking. Reconnected, got a small little job offer for something coming up, so on and so forth. We talked about that, and it was a very positive night. But then it came to the point where then it was just like nothing else was going on. Now I'm just sitting there like you saw in the video.
red, and the words Wanda, red to go.
Like, I'm done. Like I've done what I've came to do. I'm sitting there watching two legit plastic women. You know,
the mud ducks.
I don't even.
Yeah, I had to look that up. I didn't know what that was. I never heard that before.
Oh, the mud ducks.
I literally never heard that before. Had to Google it.
So there was a couple of plastic mug ducks. Can't even say it now. That were just like at the table right in front of us, and I was just like looking at them like, you have bolted on so much to your body. Like, where
does it stop and where do you begin, kind of thing?
Where's Mother Nature start and where did the doctor?
I need the ugly duckling pictures. I'm sorry.
So
I gotta see the awkward face pictures, please.
I was, sitting over there body shaming the both of them, like the chauvinistic pig that I am.
You're not body shaming the body they had. You body shaming the body they bought. I feel like there's a difference.
Because I'm doing the whole like where ass doesn't match up here. Because this doesn't match up with.
It's like when somebody puts like big ass rims and tires on a car that don't need rims and tires. You can make a comment on that because the shit don't fit right.
Well, it's like she tried. It's like she tried to make herself look like
she bought a bumper too.
What's her name?
I'm just saying.
From Transformers.
Megan Fox.
Yes. Well, that's what one girl was trying to look like. The other girl was trying to copy the other girl.
Courtney, whatever.
No, the other girl was copying the girl that was trying to look like Megan Fox.
Oh.
So it was like a bad clone of a bad clone.
It's a cycle of plastic. Yeah. It's like.
So I stared at them for about a good 30 minutes, and then I wrapped that up because I was looking at the dude with the steroids. I was like, how is he gonna fuck? It was like just so much fake shit right there in front of me, and I was just like you're still you're rocking Affliction in 2021 still.
Oh,
is the Affliction with?
I never wore it. I mean, I know it was big when I first got to Vegas. That was in like
in 2009. It was dying.
It was dying in 9, but yes. But I was in Florida still, and they just
because they started making the joke there. What do you?
They'll ride that shit till the wheels fall off. So yeah.
It's like
Here I am talking shit wearing a Tits t-shirt from like the same time frame, but
you wearing a single t-shirt.
You've always worn those.
Yeah.
You brought that out.
Yeah, they always wear Affliction. If that's your thing, that's your thing.
You're not wearing a series of them though. You're wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
My man got flavors of Affliction. Like there's a problem with that. Like,
I don't know. I just don't.
You got the maroon joint.
I just don't want to sound like the judgy asshole. Is all I'm saying. But it's just weird.
It'd be like if a dude came out and wore nothing but Jabot jeans.
Like the whole Ed Hardy thing and all that other stuff. So.
And of course, I'm spilling.
Like I remember when we were at STK, this kid came out looking like 2013. And shout out to, she's no longer there, but shout out to Nomi Kaz. She was like, "What's up with the coat?" I'm like, "I think he just got out." It's like he might have went in around this time. It's like that's just what I think when I see you wearing clothes from yesteryear. Like, did you just come home?
Yesteryear.
No, I told you. I
that was 12 years ago.
I know. I'm just saying.
And I slept on it.
Like
But I have that platinum FUBU still hanging up in the closet.
Hey, but if you wear it, niggas is gonna be like, "Yo, you just got out, bro." Like, you don't want to hear that. Like,
part of me's like, I could get away with it.
You think?
Legitimately, I think
You should try it.
Put it on and see how you feel.
I legit feel like I could get away with it.
You should try
Put
it.
it on and see how you feel. Then take a picture.
But where would you?
post
But
a
where would
picture
you
of
wear
in?
it though?
That's the
When I
question.
go to the movie on Thursday.
Okay.
When I go see Venom.
Okay.
Oh, you gonna be in the dark?
I'm still gonna be walking through,
Yeah.
a populated
steps.
area.
It doesn't have to be for a long amount of
You
time.
gotta be-
I'm not talking
Quality
about
over
No.
quantity
No, but also I'm
of the
thinking- I'm
amount of
realizing
time.
though,
You saw the shirt I'm talking
No,
about.
but what I'm also putting it in my head is you're not going to be wearing the jeans that match.
No,
the shirt was
no.
out. So that's
No.
why I'm like, it could work.
I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
yeah.
Just the shirt.
I just really thought of you with
No,
like
I'm
this
not-
much jean.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm like, no, but I couldn't help but think of it because I remember when that shirt was out. That's what it was.
No, I'm not talking about the full length velour LL Cool J sweatsuit that I actually had. From the, if you ever remember the what was the video, Fatty Girl, with Ludacris, LL Cool J, and
I
Keith
think I've
Murray.
seen a picture of you in that suit. Actually,
Look good as
is it
fuck.
blue?
Yeah.
It was blue.
Yeah.
See, I've seen it. I've seen
My
it.
bad.
Hey.
Had like the white headband or what?
Yeah.
What's it? See?
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
I've seen
Hey.
it. I've seen
Hey.
it.
Hey.
I've seen the picture.
Hey.
I've seen it.
She knows.
Well, man, it was like that was my year. Like he was supposed to play with it. Oh, Uncle Black.
Okay, all right.
Why is that image like burned in my brain?
I felt like at that moment you were so proud. You'd have broke
you
out
standing
like
in
a
front
wine tip. He'd have broke out a wine tip black.
I don't know
and
why
like,
that.
boy.
Why,
No, okay, hold
why
up.
I can see
Hold
that
up, hold
picture
up,
though.
hold up. You're getting the outfits mixed up.
Not the Sebring. Weren't you in front of a different car?
No, that's what I was. I was in front of the Conceited Bastard. That was my old car. That was, it actually had a name on it, Conceited Bastard. Like the banner over the window.
Conceited bastard.
Yeah. No, but I was wearing the suspenders.
I never want to see you with a 4.6 range because I know you're going to use that line.
What?
What's the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6?
Oh. 1.5.
Because you use the term conceited bastard for your car. Like, I know, I catch it. No, like I said, if you could probably pull off the shirt. Like you said, when you said, as soon as you said Platinum Fubu, I thought of the pants that was with the shirt.
No.
Looking straight out of You Got Served. Like, that's what I was thinking.
Oh shit! Oh no! No, it's the
With a bandana tied around your knee
Yes.
for whatever purpose.
It's literally the only piece of Platinum Fubu clothing I have still, because I don't think you could even find that shirt anywhere else because it was such a limited edition, and that was like the only one I didn't want to get rid of because it actually mentioned Philly and everything, and it was like it seemed like it was iconic.
It meant something to you.
So I didn't get rid of it. Like, it's literally hanging up starched.
I'll be honest.
Still.
I'll be honest. If
It's like a bowling shirt.
If I had my favorite FUBU shirt from high school, it was just an olive green long sleeve with orange lettering. But like it was kind of like yellowish and it matched the Timbs.
Okay.
So that was a layup. And then like I had a camo jacket, like a black camo jacket. So I was like, I'm golden. Like I'm good. So that was just that. If I found that shirt, I'd wear that till I'd like, yeah, that's going to be like, I'm not going to wear it every single night, but I'd wear it. Like it'd be in a rotation.
Exactly. But to go back to the original story.
Well, I mean, nobody said you can't wear this stuff anymore.
No one's saying no one's saying that I can't wear it. The fact that I'm saying I can pull it off
Oh yeah.
is what I'm saying.
I mean, it would be like having an
try
iceberg
it.
shirt from the 90s.
What's
It'd
that?
be the same effect of having like an iceberg shirt from the 90s. If you broke out the Pink Panther joint, he got dope money. Like,
If you saw
that's
somebody,
what I'm saying. Like,
if you saw somebody like I don't feel like I could pull off an 8-ball jacket.
with the dreads, you might be able to.
I don't know. I don't think I honestly could.
I think you could with the dreads. I think so because it would
Not
just
me.
with the right pair of J's. That would be it. Like you would have to have a pair of J's that match.
Could you see Ben in an 8-ball jacket?
No.
Exactly.
No, I didn't say Ben. I said you.
I don't think I could pull it off. I don't think any man could pull off really an 8-ball jacket in this day and age.
It wasn't my favorite
It'd be a
look.
risk.
Like I could pull off a full cross color set still.
A what?
A full cross color set.
Dreads, yeah.
Like I
can
know
pull
that. I
Carl
know
Canal.
that.
You can pull Carl
yeah, that's what
Canal
I'm saying.
with
I
that.
know for a fact I can still do that.
There's a certain demographic you
Yeah.
fit into, and yeah, it would be like. But
Look, I still have like the quote unquote fetish of the Manolo boots.
We talked about this on the podcast.
And the basketball skirt.
Yeah.
The basketball jersey skirt.
Why did y'all bring that back?
The one piece. So I'm just waiting.
The basketball dress? Is that what you're talking about?
I can't front. My shit was
the jersey one piece where the girls would like literally take a jersey and just tighten it up so it's almost like a one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they would rock her with like a pair of Manolo Timberland boots.
They'll wear like an XL
Higher
or they'll
boots.
wear like an XL or 2X depending on the thing and put a belt around the waist. Yeah. Lady, shout out to y'all
I
for
had
that.
a basketball dress, but it wasn't basketball.
No, it was literally a jersey, but it
Looked like a jersey. It was just one for Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Along those types. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I can picture it in my head. You remember like the bandana shirts?
Oh my God.
All right, we're going to move on because
We're not doing that.
No.
Just like we're not doing these like bib looking ones they're trying to do now. Fucking Wimblows, they're gonna show their titties. But
I love, you know what? Keep it moving.
these half shirt things,
Yeah.
I don't
respect
understand.
it. I respect it though.
Some can pull it off, some can't.
No. But okay.
It's the ones where you just like,
The ones that end up with the red X.
Where it just looks like a bib.
I was like, we don't put those raisinets away. Ain't an under boob in sight nowhere. Near under boob, near side boob.
A no boob.
Just
No boob.
a
Everything is popping out.
2 raisinets.
Just a nip.
Get them titties got skim milk or what? Yeah, like that's.
I swear to God, we are never going to get.
I quoted a movie, New Jack City.
I was
You
talking
can't
about,
cancel me.
I was
quoted
talking
a
about
movie.
titties.
No, I was too. But no, Chris Rock said that when he was high in the room. Because some girl asked him, so I said, "What's up? You got skim milk in them titties or what?" Like, there you go.
So it's acceptable.
I can't get canceled for a quote.
So long story short, I got tired looking at the 2 plastic women. It was 1:30. Gab caught me on video. It ended up on his Instagram story, and it took off from there.
Yeah, because I saw it too.
Ta-da! In the story.
That shit was funny though.
It took us like 15 minutes to tell that shit.
Yeah, we get
But no,
sidetracked. We also
we get
all smoked.
sidetracked.
We also all smoked.
Yeah.
All right, let me try this one more time. But other than that, I was trying to keep up with the that Gabby case because I'm waiting for the Netflix series to start. Because
You,
They gotta find him
that's gonna be
first.
after the Lifetime series.
Lifetime
series is coming out tomorrow.
I
bet.
feel like this is skipping straight
Yeah, it's definitely going to go.
to Netflix.
The amount of attention this has gotten.
Yeah.
The dog, the bounty hunter is like, yo, I'm gonna get this man.
Yeah. He's
It's like
Oh, please don't let it be him.
you can't. No, this is right up there with the Tiger Shark. I mean, Tiger King shit.
which there's going to be
a
season
sequel.
2.
Yeah. So they're just life is writing the best story right now. It wrote COVID.
This is what happens after.
Life wrote COVID. Life wrote the whole Trump administration, all that bullshit. Life is writing out the whole Biden administration right now. Life is like, yo, I got something for you niggas right now. And then life is like literally handing us this tragedy on a horrible story on this almost silver platter that's just getting like, it's insane. And I'm not making. I'm not making light of it, but
They have no idea where this kid is. They just think that he's possibly in this fucking swamp area.
How do you? All right.
First of all, rest in peace to the young lady. This is one of those things. Like, I remember casually seeing the post of like when people were loving the couple and they were doing the whole traveling thing.
Right.
So to see this turn is like, some of y'all watched it and then like, yo, for real though, shout out to the people that were like giving actual real clues via watching the social media shit. And
I understand that part.
Yeah.
When I was,
that's the crazy part of it, because like clickbait came out and this is like the
That's like that don't fuck with cats thing that people on the internet can find out more than most of the detectives
that's
can,
the part what I'm
apparently.
trying to say is like the way this story is, the way when I say life is life,
it's like some Gone Girl shit.
the way God, I'm not trying to make light of her death. That's not the
way it played out.
The way everything played in the situation where socially we were already into clickbait. We were already into all this other stuff. Life says automatically, let me show you the real thing, and tragically this happens. Yeah. And now it's like this unbelievable real life thing is happening. Tragedy is playing out, and I'm like, are you like literally? Life is now imitating art.
Yeah, like this. It's kind of like what when you said Tiger King.
Is it you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have the perfect correlation.
Like it's happening in real life.
I have the perfect correlation. It was like when the Tiger King thing came out. I never watched it. I thought it was a scripted show because when somebody pitched it to me, somebody told me what it was about.
Right.
I'm listening to it and I'm like, Netflix, we were doing some wild ass shows. The Ozarks, all this shit. You know what I mean? Like they got some
season 4
like
coming up.
Yeah. So that's what I thought it was. To my surprise, I'm high one day on the couch and there's a commercial for Dancing with the Stars, and the last name they announced is Carole Baskin, and I go, wait a minute, that shit was real? Because I never watched it.
Oh, that's right. You never did watch it.
I never watched it. Like,
okay.
Everybody talked about it, so it was like, I'm kind of uninterested right now. Because it's like, everybody's saying, oh, you gotta watch. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. And it's just kind of like...
fucking funny.
Real quick.
But like, I saw it when like all the
funny.
memes and shit came before I got a chance to get into it.
Real quick, I'm not going to lie. That week of the pandemic was not that bad.
Everybody was wild. Like, everybody was sitting there talking about the shit.
That week of the pandemic,
I definitely agree with you.
Not that bad.
Because I was like, I'd lay the kids down, I'd go smoke, pop on the next episode.
Oh, you and I talked. I did it. He was like, yo, what's up, Jada? He goes, I'm on drink number 1. He goes, I'm at episode 7. I was like, here we are. That's those more drinks.
So, but you know, I just remember that week when Tiger King, I just remember being laid up in the crib. Like, of course, nothing to do. Everything's shut down, and I'm just like, Drogo, will you chill out, brother? You don't say no to me. Thank you, sir. The fact that he chooses to go the hard way every time.
I was gonna do it.
He just looked back too,
like, and
I'll do it again. Yeah, so like
anybody that says Huskies don't have attitudes,
I've never heard anyone say that.
Yeah,
I've literally never heard anyone say that.
What am I talking about?
Yeah. They all have them.
But yeah, basically the fact that it was real, but when it was described to me, it sounded like this is a Netflix show. Like this is some wild ass premise. Right. It was like, wait a minute, it's that kind of feeling with this. Like, if somebody told you this story, you'd be like, oh, when's this series coming out? Like, no, that shit really happened. Huh? It's like, it's to that degree of it. Like, it's very surreal at the same time.
But
because
okay, and this is no disrespect to Gabby or her family, but when they started telling the story and it was playing out, they was like, oh, they're doing this for clout in the very beginning to get the views, YouTube,
to promote their YouTube channel. Yes, they thought that it was staged in that sense.
Because people stage shit.
And so that's why I was like, is this real?
Because it's like, you remember that girl that got kidnapped in the Bronx?
You weren't the only one questioning that. You weren't, but
because yeah, you remember that. Like, it was
they literally started the whole channel on this journey that they were taking.
Right.
But then it started coming out that they had previous domestic issues, before on the trip. And then it was weird text messages that were coming through or they weren't getting hold of it. And then it started to become, okay, this is real. And that's why it took them that long to report it. And then it went into like
everybody's picking sides, literally picking sides on this. I've seen where there's some people just like, look, pardon me, they're trying to explain it where it's like he was defending himself at one point. Maybe it got out of hand and then he got scared and so on and so forth.
Well, then come forward and say that.
Right. And you think you would, but then, next thing you know, you have the media already taking, it takes one little thing.
It's like, you think.
And I'm not defending anybody on anything. No. I don't know anything.
They already think that he killed her, right. Or, what I'm saying? So if he were to come forward and tell his side of the story, make it make sense, give some closure. Him just being on the run, I look at it like
guilty. This. No, I look at it like this. The same, look at Tory Lanez now. Everybody, crucified him with the whole Meg Thee Stallion thing. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, information starts coming out. Everybody really starts picking sides. The more you start hearing about it, now it's like, you might not even go to court. and he's still doing music and everything right back to normal. So I'm still saying it all still needs to play out. I'm not picking anybody's sides, just using that as an example. This could almost be the same thing. I'm not saying he did take your life. You have taken account for the, 2 other people that were murdered.
It's still America. You're still innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. So this is
There's
just one of those,
so much to it, like
exactly.
with his parents being involved, and her being found in Wisconsin versus him coming all the way back to Florida with the van. Like that's just it.
And it's her van.
Like, I mean, but they redid the
right.
van to do this trip on, but for him to come all the way back to Florida in a day and be with his parents not only once but twice, and then he takes off.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not.
And he's still gone. He's still missing.
Yeah, like when speaking on hoaxes, because they were, like I said, I brought up that girl that like had a fake kidnapping, like it looked like she got snatched off the street, and people were pissed off when they found out it was hoax because people fucking went to action. People were trying to do everything.
Right.
Well, this definitely ain't a hoax.
No,
I'm
not saying that it's a hoax. I'm not saying that.
I could get where it was questionable in the beginning.
When people thought it was like that because of situations like the one that I just mentioned, people are kind of apprehensive because is this a hoax? Because you can see some shit on the internet and think it's a movie and it's just somebody with a great camera and dope angles and dope editing. So like it's tricky what you see. Like it's very easily you know what I mean? It's way easy to be deceived by what you see, especially within a 30-second time frame. But what I'm saying is like the connections of social media, the connections of everything into like the pace at which things happens, because it's like if you pass a message from one person and it has to go to every single like to 10 people, the message is not going to be the same from when the first person said
Correct.
it. This is the same thing. These tidbits of information, the convenience of when they drop, when somebody decides to say something and it's, oh, well, we knew. And it's just like the way that everything plays out. Like you said, it's like life imitating art because it's playing out like it's a fucking scripted series. Like I said, it sounded like some Gone Girl shit. Where it's like,
things like this.
No, because like, I'm not to cut you off, but why would he make it? At one point, was he like, "Yo, take me to jail"? Like, I'd rather be in jail than deal with her.
I don't have the details. Like I remember seeing like when they were doing like the stuff, and
that was arguing, going back and forth.
I only saw parts of the video but from what I saw with the camera footage from the police
like the van,
camera
like
is
them converting the van and shit like that.
Right.
I didn't
very
see any of them sit like
crying. Like I saw her emotion, and then they showed him at points where he was smiling. So, and that was obviously way before that incident happened with, whatever happened to her.
Right.
But, there was already a situation and a problem there. So they just made them separate, like most domestic is, they make them separate for the evening or the night or whatever. She stayed with the van, he got a hotel, and then they reconvened the next day and went on about as no problems. But wasn't that days before? How many days was that before he showed back up in Florida? I can't remember the timeline.
Yeah. Don't even get me lying on that part, because it seems like sometimes the timeline keeps changing.
Yeah, like and I don't know because their trip started in July.
And it started wrapping up at, well, now I don't want to say wrap up, but
something happened in the end of August.
Right.
Is to her. So, but I think that the domestic incident had happened sometime like a week prior. It was like closer to, I want to say, I can't remember the exact time for it, but it was almost like a thing where
it was literally towards the end of towards the end of August, like beginning of September
like right
1st.
before that it had happened, is what I'm assuming. So in a sense, did her family know about it at that point in time, that issue had occurred, if they were still in contact with her to allow the trip to continue? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I try to think of it from a parent aspect, because I couldn't even imagine that this is why my children will be with me for the rest of their lives. Like, I'm being exaggerated. I'm just saying.
What I'm saying it's like when it comes to being an adult and such, like there's what you disclose and what you don't disclose. There's measures of privacy. Like that's why you can also, like, people, you can only know what somebody tells you. if you're not actively there.
No, I understand. That's what I'm saying. If it was something that her family or his family knew, if no one stepped in, or if this is, his family obviously knows more about the situation that's going on, but they're not coming forward, kind of thing. And as a parent, you want to protect your child, but these parents just lost their child because of your child. You know what I'm saying? It's all, I get it. It's messy and it's complicated. I just wish that something could have been done after the first incident, I guess you could say.
Right.
It obviously would have been ideal for someone to interject or for something to have happened to where the trip didn't continue.
It's always hindsight, situations like this.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Hindsight, hearsay, it becomes all that kind of stuff because there's times where people, they were doing this and they argued about a specific argument that had to do with something that was not a real argument as far as like confrontational. It was more so they had a disagreement about something, but like people being able to make to make a mountain out of a molehill. So like I said, you can sit there and the information starts passing between people and the spins and the narratives and everything get changed by the person who hears it, unfortunately. And then there's times where people choose not to say anything at all, or like you said,
which is what I feel his family's doing now.
I can't speak on.
He's obviously he's going to be found in some way, shape, or form. He will eventually be found. I just hope that in turn that gives Gabby's family some closure
and hopefully found alive.
Yes, absolutely. We've never wished that, regardless of what happened. We don't know what happened. The only two people who know what really happened is him and her, unfortunately. Right. But justice can be served and closure can be given to both of these families, even his family. Because that's a lot to take in, that your child is even involved, suspected of, some way, shape, or form connected to. Like that's crazy. It's a very sad story.
One, I don't wish on any family, anybody, that's just. But I don't know. That's somebody's baby right there. That's how I look at it on both sides. So, tragic. So,
okay.
On to lighter news, I guess, subjects. What I wanted to talk about, why I wanted to have you here last week. I guess we can just go straight into that. The reason I wanted to have your opinion on this is because, sorry.
She taking off all
right now.
Earrings.
They about to handle their business.
We're watching WWE NXT, and there's two women from two different factions.
She gonna stomp her.
It's like, I know somebody. I know
the energy.
There's a look.
I'm gonna say this much between both of these. Actually, like I'm a huge fan of professional wrestling. I actually watch this program. Both these stables represent like not only the cultures but like the way they represent themselves in the way that is like you can tell it's them. Like these dudes, the Mexican chick is her name's Elektra Lopez and she's part of something called Legado del Fantasma, because the main dude is there was a famous Mexican wrestler, El Fantasma. That's his son.
Okay.
He's El Fantasma Jr. But he switched up and changed his name to, oh my god, I'm blanking out on his name right now. But yeah, he was already a champion and everything. He's got a faction. They wear suits. The other side of it is...
You thought it was Michael?
Is Hit Row.
He thought it was the Ghost.
We were having a conversation about Ghost already.
You thought it was a rap?
I didn't know what the fuck that was. There's something behind me is what I knew.
But yeah, even the other side of it though, those dudes are like, they're called Hit Row because the dudes make music and shit like that, but they get to be themselves. Like I sent you a clip when dudes...
No, because I don't watch WWE anymore. I only mess with NXT really.
I'm gonna say this much. It's actually getting better. Big E became champ,
but then all of a sudden, what's his name came through?
Brock Lesnar?
No, who won it back?
No, Roman Reigns is champ on his side.
Roman.
Yeah, no, he's a bad guy. It's great. It's actually been dope. Like,
all right,
like because like he gets like a crowd reaction is dope. Like, because they don't boo him anymore.
Okay, real quick. Is there an age where you are just supposed to be old and give up juvenile hobbies and likes? Or is that rhetoric gone?
Give me an example.
Look around.
The video games.
You realize you're speaking to someone who has Mickey Mouse tattooed on her side, right?
But I'm just saying, but at the same time, that's why I wanted to have you here. This female opinion, outside of the Mickey Mouse thing, in general,
I don't think so, because I have to resort back to myself with it, but I'm a huge Disney fan. I have been my entire life. I'll have collectibles and things that have meant something to me throughout years that are Disney that I will never let go of. I will cherish, I will display, my kids will know about, and that's just it's a part of me that won't ever grow up, and that'll hold on to that. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's not unhealthy in any way, shape, or form to keep that sort of imagination alive as you get older. Keeps you a little young spirited and creative. It keeps you open. It keeps you relevant because you're going with the way the stories are changing and the way it's developing. So I don't think so at all.
Okay.
And it's developing for future generations and for our kids. So then it's something you can enjoy with our kids.
And it's well displayed.
Yeah.
No, but real quick. Let's say,
I'm just saying in general, the idea of having a hobby that carries over into, not specifically just you.
Okay. Let's say you don't know me. Based off of what you just said, try to have this frame in mind for me real quick. You are single. But imagine you are now in the beginning stages of talking to Ben, your boyfriend now. You you meet him for the second, third time or whatever, but the first time you come to his where he lives is this place. Would you look at him differently?
I mean, I'd just move in. I feel like sometimes I'm not the fair female perspective because I have this signed, so I have this photo regardless. I am a huge fan of a lot of things that you have.
The Rat Pack.
Yes.
The Rat Pack.
So I'm a huge fan of a lot of things that you have displayed in this apartment.
Yeah.
So
just for everybody watching this right now, I have way more than just these 2, 3 that are in the frame.
There's a whole other side of the apartment.
I was and I'm saying this from somebody who has to do design and decor and lay shit out. It's well displayed.
It really is.
Yeah, it's not it's just.
These are nice collectible pieces. These are well put together.
But I'm being honest, and because I've posted when I put up my comic books and frames and shit. I have friends who are interior designers who hit me up and they were like, "That's a clever way to get pops of color." Right? It's she goes, "How much did it cost to do that?" I told him, and it goes, "That's a dope DIY project." And my friend said, she goes, "If I ever have a son, I'd do some shit like that for him." She goes, "That would be a cool fucking room." And I'm like, it can be done in a way that is it's still tasteful and organized.
Right.
Shelves are even, pictures are up there, everything's in frames. It's not like you take posters to the wall. No, I'm saying
in frames. Things are on shelves.
You have to. If a chick doesn't account for the level of execution you put into the details, then
I'm just using my place as an example. You can even use yours because you have similar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is if somebody can sit there and can't differentiate between I actually put up some shit on my wall and this is my art, my style, as opposed to my shit looks tacky.
I think because the reason I'm asking this also is because when people see this, a lot of them automatically associate 40-year-old version.
Oh yeah, and that's a joke that can be made.
So, and of course, not the case.
Yeah.
far from it.
40-year-old single. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that the things that you have displayed have gone through so many different generations that
the only way
I don't really think there's a cap on it.
If
you know what I mean?
If a chick moved in here with you, that's the only way I see this shit.
And that's what I was trying to think.
One more time, I'm sorry.
That's what I was gonna say.
I said the only way I see this shit would come down would be a compromise because you got a girl that's moving in with you.
And that could be compromised in moderation.
You want to do something more.
But what else would you really?
And then you can build your own room.
I'm trying.
Like you'll be that dude that has a house and has your room laid up. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think like you would be like, I think as somebody would think it would be juvenile if you had a serious relationship and it was blooming. You'd be able to put some of this shit away to make it doper, make it more dope.
My mom's house that I don't live in currently, like, but the one that, whatever, I told the story behind that. Yeah. That room is still my room. Yeah. Like it has my shit, like my comic books are still in there, the expensive ones in there. Some old memorabilia, some other memorabilia is still sitting over there, like jerseys and stuff, you know, that are framed and whatnot. They're still sitting over in the house. Like that's my room in the house and whatnot. It's very aggressive.
Love me, daddy. Like,
and so that's always just, that's what you just said is always just how it's going to be. But it's like this because this is comfortable. This is me.
Like why? If like that was the thing. Like yo, when I went from living alone to living with my cousin shit, I was like, damn. Like I literally walked through and looked at this place, and I'm like, I made this shit comfortable for me. Like I always joked and said like, yo, my apartment was mad basic. And it was, in a sense. But you walk in and it's like, oh, this shit looks cool. And it's like, you know, the thought and effort that goes into it. Like, I've had places where somebody walked in and like, yo, like, I remember being like, when it was like, you're younger, like, post-college and shit. And like, you have a roommate and they tape shit on the walls and you're like, okay, get a frame, my nigga. Like,
but, yeah. You know what? We're not in jail no more. We're not in jail no more.
We're not in college.
But to go even further with that is what I'm saying is, like, at the same time, I'm very immature, but at the same token, man, she is nice looking.
Electra Lopez.
Yeah, like.
Right.
Christ.
My bad. I was like,
there's gut
I'm over here falling in love and shit.
Jeez.
What was I saying?
You saying you're immature?
My immature self is still being judgmental because I'm the type of guy where it's like if I go into a girl's or a woman's crib or a place, you know, where she lives at, I'm judging stuff like the cleanliness.
No, that's normal.
You know what I'm saying?
That's normal. Those are things you judge people on.
What I'm saying, like, you know, mattress on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, TV on the floor, and
you know, unless your whole crib is on some minimal shit, I'd be like
my new thing, like my new thing now is the baseboards, like what they looking like.
Yep.
Oh, so all right. Oh, okay. Yeah. So all right.
No, I be looking at my baseboards.
I be checking Spice Racks.
I love
like I like I'll scope your seasoning. Like what we doing here? Like let me peek your pantry.
So it's like I'm an immature individual that is mature at certain aspects. I'm sorry. Like,
how did she not hurt herself?
She landed on her hand. She's acting like she landed on her throat. Acting. She act. It's like.
Man, stop giving away the secrets.
Broke her esophagus.
Bruh, sports entertainment. Oh.
Well, stop ruining the entertainment part.
Nice Blue Thunder bomb. Nice.
Yeah, she's tired.
She's just tired. She's not knocked out. She's just really sleepy right now.
She's tired. She real tired.
Jada's got a new account to follow.
She's literally.
I ain't saying.
I'll tag you the shit, bro. Like,
it's very strong face.
A lot of thigh meat. Now, all right.
She could.
That looked pretty real to me.
I'm trying to say this. I'm trying to say this in a positive way.
Take with it.
Where it's like, I could get away with some things.
Yeah. I felt like you looked at her and said, I do have a type. That shit is the only thing that I like.
And when I say get away, like nothing illegal. I mean, like
what I'm allowed to get away with. The allowance of getting away. Like what I know what I can and can't do. I know what buttons to stay the fuck away from. Like I'll never make you mad enough to leave me. It's like
she would be like, take the blue chew. You know, like,
Sick of your shit.
No.
exactly. You're saying no. She's like, no, take it, daddy. Wear me the fuck out.
Oh,
I got sick days.
okay. Wow. No, that's hilarious because I saw a meme today that said grown women use PTO for dick appointments, and I was like, shit. It's like I've been a paid day off. Like,
That's funny.
you know,
Good for them.
look, a Wednesday. When are you off on a Wednesday? Shut up and come through.
And this dude be thinking like he's so. You know what?
No, I know what the fuck I am. I know that because you said. Remember how we said that because
No.
So-
stop that.
because I'm still going
No.
and the date is still around the same time, mid to late November. But I said I'm waiting to see who starts coming out the woodworks. The woodworks have had some coming out of. So I'm like, you know, and I've been jokingly trying to keep it casual, but I'm really not trying to be like, you know, trying to go out with style. So I'm not trying to be F. Fitzgerald over here. Trying to keep it smooth.
So to go back, like, when do you, as far as juvenile stuff, like, when do you start giving up, like, I can't see myself not eating Fruity Pebbles no more.
You wouldn't do it all the time, but every once in a while.
But you know how, but
So-
this is what I'm saying about giving up juvenile ways. Like, when do you stop, like, using your dryer as, like, the third dresser or second dresser? If you have, like,
Yeah, never.
how many clothes you got? You got clothes in your dryer right now?
I got clothes on my desk. It's like-
Exactly. All right.
I'm getting to it when I get home.
Exactly.
Some of it's folded, some of it's just laid flat.
Okay.
I have clothes everywhere. I have 2 children, so
But you know what I'm
It's
talking.
whatever.
You know what I'm saying.
At
where
this
it's,
point,
where
I'm
but-
outnumbered.
You know, I've kind of wondered that. I've wondered, like, you know, when is it like if I was dating and living with somebody, is it gonna come a point where me having a big like hitting a roach clip in the middle of the night is a problem because they got to get up in the morning? Like, you know, am I gonna be able? You know, it was like we talked about it before, like. When Andy brought up the whole like tripping, like you've been on the game all day long. Like I've never had one of those days. But if I spend an hour and it's a fucking issue, like that's when I'm like, when do I just be like, because I'm like, this shit keeps me home.
Like, I'm a disgusting individual that, and I'm gonna go ahead and admit this. There was a one point early in my life where I really believed in the whole, like, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down type attitude.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
Like, I rocked with that for a while.
that's disgusting.
Yeah.
It
It
is.
sounds like basketball.
But-
like y'all niggas is nasty.
But I did. For a while, you know, I rocked with that.
I lived in a frat house and I'm like, that's nasty. Like,
No.
It didn't last long.
Thank God.
Trust me, it didn't last long. It was like, oh, so you don't like women?
like, all right.
That's
Like, let me say it like
that's
this.
how long it lasted.
There came a point in my life where like I wouldn't care. Like I used to walk in loud.
Annie, can you do me a favor? Can you grab that bottle of Jameson over there?
What?
The bottle of
I really can't hear you.
I couldn't hear me over the
All right,
headphones.
Toretto. It's like, no.
I keep forgetting
Bottle of
that
Jameson.
there's filming like Fast 10, like right in my neighborhood right now. It needs a B-roll.
Southern Highlands edition.
Damn, man. Shit.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, my bad.
you been squatting?
I just got the TikTok dance.
Oh, is that what it is?
And she's the one with the big booty now.
You walked away. I was impressed.
Yeah. She's also the
I
one.
know.
She's
There's
big booty.
something
She,
there.
remember, she the big booty now.
I'm the big booty now. Y'all thought I was playing.
I was like, the fuck?
Hey, what's up?
What happens to my friend? It's been 2 weeks, but shit.
I know. Just keep eating.
I don't have a problem, folks. It's my Saturday.
It's a gift.
No, it's my Saturday.
You are so handsome.
Yeah, but like, okay, like I used to go into places loud and not give a fuck.
I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you let go of certain shit, but like the shit that like inspires your imagination and shit like that, like I don't ever plan on letting that shit go. Why the fuck would I?
Like, I can't see myself not. Okay, all right. I'm trying to think.
Bro, you have blonde dreads at your age. You don't have to play. Playing by the rules went out the window a long time ago.
I don't think there needs to be a cap on it.
Yeah, there's no because I make the joke about this.
If I felt my age, or if
you look your age,
old, or whatever it is, that too, this is where I need your help. There are times where I don't know how to act other than just being myself sometimes, where it's just like, I don't do I act my age? Do I act the age around the people I'm with? Do I just be myself? Like what? Like, cause I have freaked people the fuck out. You don't understand what I'm going through. I have freaked people out.
You're chronologically ambiguous.
Yeah.
They can't tell how old you are. That's really
what he just said. I've
like, I understand it.
I've seen grown men, women just get upset. I have
You're how old? Are you serious?
I have family.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I have family members. It's just like they just log out the Zoom meeting. Like, no, I'm not doing this with him here.
Did he get into the roaches again?
Jesus.
Okay,
I hope no.
that was fucking hilarious, by the way.
Because, like I said, like I made a joke to somebody, and I was like, there was a point in time where like 21, early 20s, if like that hit on me, it was like, you still got it.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, I'm 21. Hold on, doing some math here. I was out there. Hold up, who sent you? It's like it's a different thing because it's like I'm aware of how old I am. You know what I mean? Like when a song came out from 2008 and this girl said, "Oh my God, this is an old song." What? It's like the fuck it is. Like what? Like excuse me?
Oh no.
It's like it's a classic.
That happened to me on Sunday.
I've been hit. You're not old until you feel like, yo, this is one of the classics. It's like all right, yeah, I guess it is.
And I've had the inverse though, where I've had women older than me, and I'm playing some stuff, and they're like, "What you know about this?" I'm 38. It's like, and they're like, "Oh, like yeah." She's like, "I'm not that much older than you." No, you're not.
I'm gonna keep mine a mystery for as long as I can. I'm not gonna say it on here. People who know me know my age, and I already know where I'm celebrating my birthday at already because they're telling me you are celebrating your birthday here at such and such club. All right, for my next one.
All right.
Godfather status. I don't know what it is.
Players do what they want to. Suckers do what they can. Like, that's just it. That's like.
No. And this is a line I've been wanting to say for a while. It's like, and I think I did say this on this podcast already. The Black Tom Brady.
I like it.
I think you did say that.
What's your favorite championship?
I feel like that's not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah.
Did I say this to you already?
I've heard you mention this before.
Did I say it on here?
I don't know. I can't recall.
I feel like that's not the first
Where
time
it's
I've heard
like,
that, though.
the only reason I'm not in the Hall of Fame is because I'm still playing and winning.
Oh yeah, it's like, what's your favorite championship? The next one.
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah,
it's like
when I heard that, I was like, all right, he's our quarterback. Like for real. Like Tom Brady playing till he's 50.
I'm still.
He's sniffing bread.
Like
and
I'm still out here for whatever reason. I'm still out here for whatever reason playing. I don't have to keep doing it. I do it because I just like it, and I can still do it.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a cap on that.
I don't see no rings on these fingers.
It's
like,
no, but I'm not saying I'm out here like trying to just be a player or whatever. But it's just
it's when you like. It feels like as a dude, you go into a phase where either you're the dad, father, husband route, or you're like the cool uncle who's single and kind of goes off and gets to do what he wants. He might have a motorcycle, or he got the fly crib. He's always dressed and fresh and shit like that.
He got the wolf.
He's single, he got a cool dog. He do his own thing, and it's like, yo, when you're a kid, and it's like, yo, go kick it out with your Uncle Jada's. Mm-hmm. Shh, I'm going, yeah, hell yeah, like.
So,
let's do that.
I was asking, with all of that put together, that's what I was really asking with Annie's input on this one. Is like, what really? That's what I was really saying. At what age are you supposed to just stop? Where it's just like, when are you going to stop listening to hip hop?
Never. You
can see yourself 90 years old.
Never.
Exactly. It's like, I can't see myself not
That's the music of my generation.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
But we
fuck
grew.
that. I grow with the music. Like, I try to grow with the music.
But have you ever listened to your parents and said, well, I'm old now. I can't
my
be
parents
doing
stopped
My parents
listening
tried to
to
talk me out
music
of
at a
hip-hop.
certain point, right?
Yeah, they
but
tried to,
I
like-
grew up on what they listened to, and I've listened up to this point, and will continue to listen. Just like my kids, I show them certain genres of music and move them forward as music grows as well. So I mean, I don't, even as like who I am, I don't see myself not
like as long as they
listening
keep
to-
making these Marvel movies and
I love.
MCU,
Yeah,
this is
like-
my mother will adhere to this, and she knows this because it happened. She said it to me. I was 21, and she was, you just listen. You gotta stop. Grow up and stop doing. And then she's like, with the hip hop, and I was like, why the fuck would I stop listening to that? Like, why the what the fuck is you talking about? Like,
that's
it
what I
don't make
mean
no sense.
because
It's just different. Our music that we grew up listening to and that we're evolving with is different than what theirs was.
but let's stop real quick. What his mother said. That mindset of like you're old now, you need to stop
getting
listening
older,
to that.
you're
You're getting
growing,
older. You're getting why?
And I'm like, I don't have to let that go. It
So
was
that's
just
what
like,
that's what I'm asking at.
my
Before,
mom said the same thing about a sweatsuit. She was like,
is that rhetoric or that mindset now
that's somebody else's projection. That's all it is.
Yeah.
ancient or
That's-
obsolete?
I mean, I think
It might be. I think it's a little outdated.
Yeah,
it's like
I do
Outdated,
too.
yeah.
it's
too,
like
yeah.
I wore a sweatsuit and my mom was like, she goes, you're 38 and you're wearing a sweatsuit. A, it's comfortable. B, I look good. C,
who cares?
I'm at your house.
Yeah, like
I was like, I wear a suit to work. I wear dress clothes to work. Yeah. I wear work clothes when I'm physically doing physical labor. Yeah. I dress appropriate for what I'm doing.
But
I don't have to wear slacks and a button down at every given fucking moment because I'm 38. I wear that shit when I'm making money or I'm attempting to go make some money or I have to be somewhere and I want to look nicer. But it's appropriate for the circumstance. And that's the difference. Having shit like being into what you're into, there's no appropriate. My mom, like, that's the thing. Like, I joked about it that my mom will never get on me about the comic book shit because I got it from her. She gonna shut up. Like, she gonna be like, "Oh, really? You know what? Never mind." And that's the
the reason I say that is because even now, and like I was looking. Excuse me. My apologies. Get it together, son. I was looking at some. I don't know why. Transformers and shit from back in the day, the Generation 1 stuff. I was like, man, I really like. I think I want to get back all the stuff that I lost in that incident that should not be discussed.
Incident.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why not get it all back? The original, the OG,
Sure.
not the remake, the actual ones from back in the day. And I was just like, yeah. So that's basically what I'm doing now. It's like I'm getting those back.
downtown.
Yeah, and I've already looked at a couple places. Like they're expensive. Like I've seen like up to $100, $125, especially for the ones that I wanted, and or wanted to get back. And I actually had to like call up. I end up in this is a sidebar. I actually end up in the text message conversation with my therapist real quick over that because I didn't realize how much that messed me up as far as like trust issues.
Yeah,
like to minimize it real quick. Like that messed me up to the point where it literally went from to I remember the point where it's like, you know what, I don't even want to celebrate Christmas. In the year I said that, I don't want to celebrate Christmas, the following spring was the year it was when the cops came and got me in geometry class.
Like your Christmas spirit died, and then you just went downhill.
How old were you?
Literally. At what point?
When it happened? When the incident happened?
The incident happened in 5th grade.
So you're like 10, 11.
Yeah.
That's a huge emotional age and development.
And that where I was just like, oh, okay.
They say what happens to you between 11 to 13. Like, honestly, it's like really 10 to 12.
Each year, my excitement
it goes to your development.
went down and down and down.
Because when I talked about what happened with my brother, I was 11.
And then
that's your emotional growth is impacted. Like, everything is your because yours as like a young person, you're starting to develop more of an understanding of the outside world and how things work. But you're also experiencing things and getting to that point where you're starting to build up, getting to some experience. And like, you're gaining some independence. You get to go do things more independently and freely. And it's like you're getting your first taste of freedom and stepping out. So there's a lot of exposure and a lot of like comprehension that goes into that whole age frame.
Right. It's just weird that I'm lucky enough to have gone and I'm not trying to make this all about me this episode, but it's just weird that to go through everything I go through and still be lucky enough to like not age, just keep living a certain way.
Black don't crack, baby.
What's that?
Black don't crack, baby.
And to recognize it, and to analyze it,
like
because like I said, it was such a real quick text conversation where I texted her and she was like, "Yeah, you figured it out. That's why we stopped. This is why I stopped seeing you."
Okay.
So you just need a little reminder? Is that what you're...
But like, see, I look at it like
because I haven't gone to therapy in months.
But I'm way more analytical. Like I'll read when somebody sends me a message. Like I'll read the message in their voice. That's why I stopped seeing you. Okay, you made the decision. Yeah.
No.
Like,
that was her way of saying like you figured it out. That was her way of saying like you don't need. You're independent. You don't need. Like you figured it all out. You don't need me to tell you like this is what it does. Yeah, exactly. You figured it out. Like this is why I quote unquote broke ties. You don't need me to hold your hand through anything else. It's like this is a congratulations thing. A lot of people don't never ever get to this point. So she was just like, you know how to
compartmentalize.
Thank you. Another word I'm a look.
Did you say I'm a nigga?
Look. No, look. I said I'm a need when when he bounces.
Okay, no, I thought you said I'm a nigga.
No,
like okay, like
I might have said it. Might came out like that, but when he leaves, I'm going to need.
I mean, I'm not that great with words, but
you know that one.
We'll try.
You know how to say that one.
Because he's helped you with it before.
Yeah.
Compartmentalize.
The fact that I can do that, look at it, examine it, and say, "Oh, a lot of people can't do that." Is what I'm saying.
It's work you got to put into. There's a lot of work that goes into being able to really be cognizant and aware of what you're dealing with, how you feel about it, and how you're going to move forward.
Excuse me.
Like it's tricky as shit.
I'm just now getting this all together. Like 4 years ago,
bro. It took me
a while.
Time was less than that.
It's taking me weeks to start to feel like more back to normal.
Right.
For agreeing to this shit. Like the anxiety pits and everything like that. That shit's kind of going away. Now it's more like, there's an anti feeling because I'm still waiting on information. But my cousin said something to me this morning and hit the nail on the fucking head. You're not preparing for a trip. You're preparing for a fucking move. The shit's gonna feel different. And it was like,
I don't know. It's just weird.
It's like you can feel when like it's a shift. When you feel a shift, like it's like you usually when a shift happens, you're unaware of it or you're kind of like, huh. It's like I said, I felt like Kang. I knew everything that was about to happen until this point right here. Like and like that look of confusion, fear, fucking, excitement.
I fucking hit my lip.
Yeah, no, I saw it. That's too fly it up. But yeah, it's like that combination of everything. It's like I'm a little bit scared, somewhat confused, but I'm kind of excited to see what's about to happen next because something changed. It's like I joked and said what you said about 2020. I was like, because I made an announcement and said I'm leaving. Waiting to see who comes out the woodwork and be like, oh, like, yeah, I tried to reach out to you and I was blocked. Yeah, I blocked you. Yeah, it's like, why? Because you was posting some shit. Like, that's really what it is, bro. Like, I don't have a problem with people taking sides. I question the reasons of why you take sides. I do not know who that is. She's the side commentator. I will have an answer for you by next week.
Samantha Irvin is what her name is.
There you have it.
I'm going to do my Googles.
Do my Googles. Oh, country ass.
It comes and goes.
Mud duck.
Yeah.
Mud duck.
Yeah, so man, I'm glad you're like making the shift. Like you're kind of being cognizant of it, and it's not so much like attack. Like I feel like it's something that's falling down on you. You're kind of just like things are changing, and let's see where they go.
Well, it's just weird to be able to add it up, and to be able to minimize it like that, like to actual minimize your life like that, and see, all right, so because this happened at this age, this happened so many years later, and that blah 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 blah, and then boom, now that happened because of, now we got here to today, and you're saying like, fuck, I gotta get my shit together.
Kind of always felt like that. Because even when I had my shit together, I wasn't happy. So I was like, you got to get your shit together.
Like when I say when I say I'm just now getting my shit together, it felt like 2019, 2018 was when I really started doing it.
Yeah.
Where I was like really started getting my shit together.
We didn't really have a choice.
And started making but this is pre-pandemic, is what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden we got hit with it, and I was just like, okay, but I'm still hitting the ground running. And then that's why I said I was able to move into here, so on and so forth, and keep going up, and up, because ain't no mount. I don't know. I don't know why I wanted to see that all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, y'all should come to the Motown show before I leave it, before I head out.
I'll stink it up.
Yeah. You'll have a good time, bro. Like, it's a fun show. You'll love the music, the energy. Sundays are great because, like, I feel like
I've just had bad energy in that building. That's why I don't go.
I understand that completely because that building feels like it's full of bad energy. Like, I'm not a fan of the property, but it is what it is. We make the best.
We're talking about the one.
Yeah,
that one. So, I've had that street alone.
Yeah, I understand completely.
In my life, there's some bad energy on that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I get it.
So that's why
right back there.
the juju in that area.
So that's why it's
it
like,
can be good or it can be not good. Like and it has nothing to do with you.
You could be the president of whatever, doing whatever on that street, and I'm gonna look at you like, huh?
You know that Phil Collins song "In the Air Tonight"? That's that street, because it's not up to you. It's what the night decides is gonna happen. It's like
wow.
In that area. Yeah,
The White Castle says enough.
The White Castle is the beginning of it. It's like, but yeah, it's just,
But I digress.
that's really become my favorite hashtag that I've been using. I noticed you catch certain ones and be like, okay, I saw that. Like,
That's my way of saying, like, I'm gonna put it out there, but then I'm gonna shut the fuck up. So what you take from it after that is up to you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Moving on. That's really what I did want your opinion on this. That is why I wanted to have you here. I know it sounds like you didn't get to say much, but I did want to have your opinion on this.
And I just felt bad.
I mean, I got a few words in.
Well, you ended up agreeing, though, so that's why.
I know, and that's I kind of feel sometimes I'm at I don't know if you're like looking for an opposite reaction sometimes. Like I just try to answer how I personally feel. I guess
it shows that all women don't think alike.
Yeah, we really don't.
We knew that was true, but here's case in point.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm different. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can try to be that whole devil's advocate and put a cap on it, but then I'd be putting a cap on myself, and I don't want to do that.
The champs landed on their feet.
Yo, well, I want to fight that dude right now.
The dudes that did the flips. Because they did it with swag. They landed on everybody. They flipped dive, landed on everybody.
I heard exactly what you said. I'm gonna talk on that in a minute. Light skinned dude with the hair, with the white sweatshirt.
He goes by the name of Wesley. His Indy's name was Desmond Xavier. Really talented high flyer.
Low-key want to fight him. Just off of that right there.
Good God. Look at her looking down at her like that. That's terrifying.
She's the dominant woman.
That's a big bitch.
Yeah. It's a strong woman.
Oh, Lord.
Once again.
I can see her looking down at me. I'd be offended at her looking down at me like that.
All I'm saying is, you can do some things.
Let's make a Titan. Let's make the next LeBron James.
You ain't got to be so gentle. Is all I'm saying. I'll cuddle afterwards.
Wait. Hold on. That one. That's my one.
Ooh.
It's Mandy Sachs.
Nah, I can't. Her lipstick goes.
It's because of the camera angle.
Yeah,
but she does have a little bit of an overline. Like, it's a little much.
Yes, yeah.
You're like the name of that faction. They're called Toxic Attraction. Here they are. I didn't think they came up with it. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
The chick with the orange hair gets my. I don't know. Like I've had a few goth chicks in my life. Like I draw the theater chicks. Like that's just.
Yeah, everything about that. No, seriously, everything. The boots. No, come on. Everything about
the wet
that.
Hair?
Yeah,
the wet hair.
Yeah.
Like,
She looks like a go-go dancer.
fuck out my house.
Yeah.
Like, but stay a while.
Yeah.
Like, I will tell you some conflicting shit when I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, that's what we'll look like at Planet Hollywood for Halloween.
Fam. All right, we're gonna continue.
I'm just kidding.
Really bang.
I'm sorry. We're gonna continue.
Anyways.
My bad.
So, yeah,
As I was saying.
Point, yes.
Yeah, I don't feel that I should put a cap on it because then I have to cap myself.
I've seen her get semi-emotional over her daughter trying to give away like Avengers.
Spider-Man and a Hulk.
Yeah, so she's invested, so she's the wrong person to ask. Or the wrong person.
Sorry.
Not the wrong person to ask. The wrong person to expect to have the negative reaction of like,
By the way,
you're a
that sauce
grown
is
man.
fire.
Yeah, because I've heard that and I've heard girls say that shit. You're a grown man. You still wear sneakers, bitch. If you don't shut the fuck up, like
I can't.
and which I hate dating a girl, and that's my response. Cause
Like when do I stop wearing Timbs? When do I stop wearing Jordans?
Never.
When do I stop wearing Air Force Ones?
Never, unless they're dirty.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
You don't
Then
like.
they're the shoes. Then they're the shoes you work on the
But
car
it's
with.
different
Or
though.
you
It's
cut the
different
grass.
than. Like I said, we're a different generation.
Because no, I've had girls, but the thing is, I get what you're saying, but I've had girls like coming up in my 20s. I've had girls my age, and all you do, you work in a nightclub. Like, when are you going to grow up and get a real job and shit like that? And it's like,
Well, see, I've heard that too.
Yeah,
Like, especially
and-
being a go-go dancer. You know, I'm a mom with 2 children, and you know, I don't
You're
care
someone's mother,
who
okay?
knows my age. I'll be 34 in December because. Anyways, so but what I'm saying is I've had that come to me
yeah,
several times because I've.
you got another one in you, you all right? Like,
let them know who they fucking
I was
with, man.
just saying,
I felt that.
as you should feel that. I put that out there for them to feel that as well. Like, you know, this is the best that I've looked in my life. So, but moving on from that, I grew up in bars and restaurants my entire life. My family owned them. Even when as young as I think we got our first restaurant when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So like, that's all I've ever known is to be behind a bar, be in the restaurant industry, be in that some sort of hospitality, something I continued it all throughout, you know, getting my first jobs, my college jobs, moving to Vegas, embracing the industry here. And I've literally made a living. It doesn't necessarily, just because it's not quote unquote a large security or like a guarantee, doesn't mean that you can't make a living and that it's not, because everybody can't do what we do. And we know that because we've seen the people who have come through this town who've tried to do it.
Right.
So it's kind of like they don't understand that, but we put ourselves on our own level that this is what this entire city is here for. Like, they come here to make this money, work in this industry, and make a quote unquote career. Career doesn't have to be a permanent thing. You can have different careers throughout your entire, you know, work life. So this is just one of them. I hear that shit all the time.
Being in the city that we live in, with things not only being in excess, but being in
I just want to say real quick, I will watch that.
I didn't even see it.
Because
I was looking at y'all and talking.
It's tonight, but I will watch that because it's an original show. I will go back to something else.
Yeah.
Continue.
but
'Cause I'm about to eat this motherfucking show up.
So I was going to say, as far as being in the city that we live in, juvenile is more so your whatchamacallit. Juvenile more so is your behavior. Like, if you're going out partying every single night, that's more juvenile in our case that you have to worry about than somebody having some fucking.
But
dope
we
displays
also
and
live
all
in a
shit.
city that we've been around it long enough to where we're still in the city to where we can be at an older age. We don't necessarily have to be 21, but if we want to be, you know, in, I don't know, 44, 45, 46, you know, up in this and still want to go out for a night, that's what this city is. That's what we're here for. And we still know the people that are there.
To me, it's juvenile if you only drink in clubs. You ain't found a local bar? Like, really?
Jesus Christ.
Really? Like, yeah, like, it's juvenile as fuck.
Well,
Like,
we
you
drink at
only
home,
drink it,
so
like,
we don't count.
No, but I'm saying, like, there's people that only go, like, out to, like, lounges and shit, and they get their free drinks or whatever, but it's like...
Real quick.
Well, that was when we were younger. We all did that.
No, real quick. Let me go ahead and say
You do
this.
it for a period of time, and then you stop.
I will never be as long as I live in Vegas, I will never play a slot machine inside of a grocery store, inside of a gas station.
Those are for making change. That's what those are. You
I'm not. I know this sounds so weird, but I'm not the bar guy. I just can't see myself sitting at a
I
bar.
get bored. Unless there's a game on.
Or you're going to meet
Or
like
like
you're going to grab a drink
an
with some
event,
people.
a birthday party.
You were married to someone who frequented the bar side, like just at the bar.
Well, we all did.
But I keep forgetting you were married. You were working at that. But I don't mean like that. Like
you swing like a PTs or something like
That's
that.
what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know
But
what
like
you're talking about. We would do Steiner's, and
Yeah,
then
you do
we
something
moved
like that.
to.
You go grab a bite
but
to
like
some friends.
live there.
No,
There was
once in a blue moon.
If he
You
wasn't
can't do it
there,
all
I
the
wasn't there
time.
with him. He was there by himself, even with Tommy Rockers and stuff like that. all
Yeah,
those
that's what I'm
places.
talking about.
I lived
Like,
at that's I
Unless you
lived
actually
at
have,
Tommy
Yeah,
Rockers
unless
for
you
a
have the money
minute.
to blow to gamble and like, because you're one of those people who can gamble.
I've never
Keno,
gambled
you hit
there.
big.
Or I'm not knocking these places, but like Paradise Cantina, all that
Yeah,
stuff like that. Where
I
it's
just
just
had
like
I just had a beer the other. I was like,
Like,
a beer shot the other
no.
day.
No, it's like I feel bad when I'm doing marathons in the fucking Rhino.
Yeah, I don't know.
And-
Marathons are
and-
dead. Like that shit is dead.
But
like,
to do that, but to actually be like you're doing that and I know this sounds
I
so.
can't do more than 3 drinks.
I know it sounds so
Two shots-
judgmental.
A shot or 2 shots in a beer, I'm good.
But no, I'm sorry. I know this sounds so judgmental, but and I know it's not saying like one's better than the other. But this is what I'm doing is just like comparing like strip club to
the gaming bars.
PTs or gaming bars.
It makes more sense to me in a strip club.
Yeah. So even though either way you're both losing money.
Titties.
Yeah. And history.
He said it. Yeah, yes.
And I was gonna say history. Yo, this is so ridiculous. She just can't be. I was about to say something so toxic. How you just gonna be standing there looking that good?
You
Bro,
okay?
Yeah.
I heard that. I think they did too.
Playing with my emotions, man. What's her name again?
The one on the
The one
on the
by
ground.
the
The
road.
one that's not wrestling.
Mandy Rose.
The one that's not wrestling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mandy Rose.
The one with the lips.
Yeah. She used to be blonde. She changed it up.
Damn.
She stayed brunette. She wiped that from around her lips.
This one with the orange hair.
Orange hair too.
Yeah. Cause like that's Yeeks. That's
Yes.
like Yeeks. Like
I'm sorry, folks. You guys aren't even watching wrestling with us. This is why we should not have the TV on while we're recording.
Whatever. We do what we
But
want.
we
Stop
do it
apologizing.
And yo, that's life right there, man.
the one the Japanese chick in the purple, when she wears regular clothes, it's like, hey.
I can see it. Anyway,
Okay.
so we've all agreed that do what you gotta do. Fuck everybody
So
else.
you don't wanna do it
if you
anymore.
if you aren't mature, stay immature or whatever.
Yeah.
Be a
yourself.
grown ass kid.
Yeah, be a grown ass
Yeah.
kid. I really should close that window, but fuck it.
That breeze
Feels
feels
nice.
lovely.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
like,
like-
but it feels
Feels real
nice.
nice
We got
outside,
two.
y'all.
We got 2 seasons in Vegas.
Y'all
Hot, not
noticed
so
it.
hot.
Yeah,
we have
y'all
entered
noticed how
not
it
so
said
hot.
it's hot.
Yeah, like
It was only the high today was only 88. Ooh.
And I just yo.
that's Io Shirai. It's like-
Oh, you missed it. Anyway, you don't celebrate that. Bukake. No, let me stop.
Anyways, okay. I don't watch any of that anime shit, so I don't know I don't know what that is. Okay.
Because if you keep going, I'm gonna have to
Hey,
explain
stop
it.
that. Hey,
Yeah, we're
let
not
it go.
doing that.
Let it
Like,
go.
we're not doing
Let
that.
it go.
Oh, see, Jada, you were talking about like shifts and like stuff happening, brother. You do that to me often. When you'll say some shit, and I'm just like, I heard it. She didn't really hear it, so it's better that I.
She heard it. She didn't.
She
know
heard it.
what
Yeah, and
yeah,
I was
she
just
doesn't know
like,
what it meant.
I have to
I don't
sit
know
here
what
and
that
just.
You don't need to know.
Let it die. Well, like how you pass it off to me to let it die. Like you, Keith, you put it down. Like go to sleep. Like,
but I digress.
Fuck you.
It's because you say that. Okay, anyways, moving on.
Oh my God.
Georgia won, guys.
No, real quick.
I'm trying to move on.
No, we are moving on. No, I'm moving on. That's what I'm saying. On that Georgia game, come on now.
What you mean?
Right.
Come on now.
That was like when you played
Alabama ended up beating in their game by like 50-something points too.
No.
Listen, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's like this. That's like when you play your little brother and you
For
want
those
to
of you who don't know, Georgia beat Vanderbilt 62 to motherfucking
I thought
nothing.
it was 68 to 0.
It was 62-0, I think. I'm almost
if
positive.
you've ever played,
Either way,
if you've ever played Madden with your brother, your sibling, or whatever, and you unplug their controller and just smoke the computer,
Dude,
Can I tell you? And
I watched that. And I was just like, this is disgusting.
I absolutely had to sleep through the game because of my work schedule because I worked so late that night. But I kept like randomly waking up to like check the scores and stuff like that. And when
somebody recorded it,
21.
Yeah, I was like,
well, my dad was downstairs, so I could hear him.
But that's why it's in the library. You can watch it because
yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
You
So like
correct.
my dad,
62-0.
yeah, my dad was downstairs, so I could hear him, and I would just randomly wake up and look at the scores. I know, just
35 points in the first quarter.
I woke up when it was 21-0. I was like, nah, I'm good. And then I just like went back to sleep.
Yo, wow. So, all right, don't take personal. I say this, so you got to be a Bama fan for a weekend. Like, oh, we got this. All right, we good.
I mean, we've done that before.
But yeah, it's just
never. It's been this hard before, but not against a team like Vanderbilt, who had
is
at
there gonna
one
come a
point
day
in
where
time
somebody's
had a
gonna
good
put 100 up on
reputation.
somebody?
Man, it's coming.
No mercy, man.
It won't be. It'll be like 103-3.
Okay.
Like,
my thing to do when I get to work is to watch football. Especially, goddamn, I was freaked the fuck out.
Because you heard that clap.
No, I looked over my shoulder.
Don't fuck with me, Jada.
No, seriously.
Don't you fucking do
seriously.
it. Don't you do it.
Sorry.
Don't.
No. Stop. I looked over my shoulder.
Too big to be punked like this.
No, stop. Relax, y'all. The way the bag is shaped, the black bag is shaped right there. I thought I saw a face staring back this way.
It looks like something's creeping through the red bag.
No, like I legit thought I saw like the whole circle of that bag was like a face staring at us over the counter. Like through your shoulders. And I was just like,
why are you positioned to climb and jump over me to get the fuck out of here? Like you're gonna use me as a launching pad. Like nah, bro.
Fuck with me, Jada.
She done put her position in like she was like she was about to push off and roll the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm like, why? I was like, why are you kneeing me? Oh, it's like it's a backwards roll. Like I saw your exit.
All right.
So we both know now she's sacrificing you.
I'll keep you safe. We'll hear her run out there. Riku's safe.
I'll take care of her. We love you, Uncle Big. Goodbye.
Drogo.
Sup, bro?
Oh Lord.
All right, where were we?
Georgia,
yeah, demolishing, doing whatever they wanted to do. Normally, okay,
my
yeah.
socks.
Yes, I do actually like your socks. I'm at work. It's Saturday. God, I keep seeing that fucking face when I look over that fucking shoulder.
What is it? The red bag?
Yeah, I keep seeing the face from Malignant. No, just put the bag on the floor, please. Yes.
I want him to eat it.
He won't.
Put it on the stove. Oh.
Okay. Ooh, my bad.
I don't know why. It's like I would look over your shoulder and I would see. You have to watch Malignant. I would see like the villain Gabriel looking at us over your shoulder. That's between the Jameson and the platinum cookies. There's a story about why I keep saying platinum cookies that way that I will not tell.
Yet.
No, I just won't.
Why?
Someone would say I'm
it's very dangerous grounds to be on where you.
My God.
No, it is though. Like you want to make sure you because it's not what you say; it's how people perceive it. And if you're talking about this, and I
haven't learned how to tell a story yet properly. Like I'm still rehearsing.
Oh, I bet you are
in my head.
I bet you are for that one. I bet you are.
Like I'm literally retelling that story in my head over and over, so that way I make sure I don't offend anybody. But I have to do the at the end. And that no matter what, you might be leaving at the right time, sir.
Right.
Yeah, you guys had a few. You made it to 100. You almost made it to 100. What happened? Yeah, well,
you guys were on a roll. Why'd you let them do it?
It's fun while it lasted.
Yeah, I like how I'm leaving, but you're like, I'm just gonna end this shit.
But shout out to Georgia and shout out to Alabama because, like they said,
we're coming for you, Saban.
Yeah. Guess what? Death, taxes, roll tide.
Yeah, it's whatever you want to say, bro. It's our year. I'm excited.
I was not expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. That was abuse.
They said that this is literally one of the best teams that we've ever had, like in our school history.
Oh, that's what I'm going to say. As far as work. I'm there Saturdays.
Yeah.
You were asleep.
Yes.
Because you work nights, I work days. I watch football during the days while I'm at work. Helps me pass the time, watch sports.
It was just because it was a 9 a.m. game. That's why.
Right. Oh, so, exactly.
When it's 12 or after, I'm cool. I get up. But like 9 a.m.
I get to work at 9:30. And I'm like, all right, let's see what the game... 20. What? 20. It's
21-0, yeah.
It's the middle of the first quarter.
Hey, what happened? Poppy, what happened? Like,
that's when I was literally like, nah, we're good.
I went to go get a drink and come back. It's like...
So, God, she's so fine. But then I do what I got to do when I get to work. Now it's 10 o'clock. I say 9 o'clock game. So halftime, I was at 38-0.
See, like, what, do something, Vandy. Like, put up a fight. It's like...
And then at one point, like, and then I get the morning rush, the first initial rush when you first open up. We're dealing with that. So I'm still watching the game, but I'm not watching the game. At one point, I just remember saying, throw the damn towel.
Pass the, you don't get that. Pass the sticks.
Yeah, no mercy. That's what we're going for.
Oh, man.
We're letting y'all know this year.
And I get it as an Alabama fan.
I know.
Fam.
I know.
Fam.
I bet you if you go to her page, you're going to see Light by Man Baby Giant. You goddamn right.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn it. I hate when I fall in lust.
Rob said that statement.
Get your hands off my baby. So, wow, where were we?
Georgia still, Alabama, and
Georgia,
all
Alabama,
that stuff.
Yeah.
Football. Sports,
yeah.
yay.
Sports. We were talking about sports. Man, it don't take me much, man.
I got you.
I'm just being quiet because I understand what he's going through because I've known about her for years. Sorry.
But we have Arkansas coming up.
I feel like Arkansas is going to be a great game, and I think we got...
And it's in Athens, so it's going to be real loud.
I'm still paying attention. I'm listening. I was just looking at see
loud,
who we're going to play.
That was the end of my sentence.
Okay. Only sports thing I have is Bum Simmons said he doesn't expect to play another game for Philly.
I said, okay.
Yeah, like, nigga, all right, cool. I'm glad we came to an agreement. So let's start getting these offers out there.
I was like, all right. And if you want to talk about...
Listen, Sacramento's got a core of nice young talent.
Alabama did score more points than Georgia, 63. But at least they got a 14.
Yeah, they did. They didn't score anything on our defense.
So I'm saying,
at all.
Like Vandy went home on the bus with no music and the windows down, just
yo,
blowing in the wind.
Real quick, I want to talk about that. We've all done that, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Rough night, rough day, rough night.
I'm taking many a train home with my headphones around my ear, not listening to the music. Like,
got in the car.
I've had a shift that's humbled me to the point where I just drive in silence, just staring.
quick note: that's Rick Steiner's good son.
I was about to say, it looks just like.
Yeah. Oh, he sounds like Scott though.
Oh, really?
He sounds like Scott. Yeah. He's like, you bitches. Like,
But no, the reason I brought that up is because I'm not gonna say I've been doing it a lot lately, but I've been noticing that I've done it a lot more than normal.
Yeah.
Where it's just like it's just the window down, no music playing,
Nothing. Just go home. Yeah.
Contemplating, like
Just go home.
I feel like I'm scheming something on the way home.
see, my go home is at Vince Staples still. So here, take me home. And I'm like, just go home, Keith. Because I got a pass where bars are happening. Shit, go home, Keith. It's like,
Oh, okay, yeah, yours is
Listen,
different.
it's real quiet in the car on Sundays. Yeah, you know, Tanisha, it's real quiet Sunday nights. By the time we get to Sunday, we both kind of just
No, that's
hungry
different.
and
So
ready to
y'all
ride
both in the
home.
car?
yeah,
Yeah.
they work together.
Yo, that's different. That's a different ride. No, the reason I say that, y'all both in the car, no music playing.
sometimes, yeah, it'll be no music, and
Unless you get some,
she's just
y'all both
kind of
eating
she
silence.
just kind of got her foot up and just kind of.
That's what I was about to say. No conversation.
Kind of relaxing. I'm just.
You don't got to tell me about the work. I was
No.
right there with you.
We were together.
I can already see Annie right now.
I'm just trying to get home.
Just driving.
Yep.
Just
But
driving.
see, as you looking and seeing what you're passing, you're waiting to see her say, "Hey, can we stop here real
Nothing's
quick?"
open. Or
Sorry.
Look,
we
you got Jack.
literally had to deal with that on Sunday.
You got Jack, right? Or no?
We ended
Del
up
Taco.
we ended up having to go down Blue Diamond, and we got Carl's Jr., which is where I had that hot honey sauce, and it's actually really good. I was impressed. I was like, we'll probably stop there again. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like Carl's Jr. like that, but it was good.
I'm going to go ahead and just say McDonald's still got it for breakfast.
For breakfast and breakfast only,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
especially right there.
Okay, hold on real quick. What did I just say?
For
They
breakfast,
make me
breakfast.
so mad.
I'm gonna co-sign because I had
For breakfast.
I had the 2 sausage McMuffin
Oh.
with egg and a hash brown this morning for
They
breakfast.
start their
Yes.
breakfast late though.
Yeah.
That's what? That's like 5 a.m.
No, I don't think they start till 6 over there.
Oh, I don't go to this one.
Oh yeah, don't.
I don't go to that one.
I
over there.
wouldn't.
Neighborhood beefs.
Fucking B squad over there. Thunderdome.
This is all right. To give you an example of Las Vegas,
It's literally a mere red light in the quality of McDonald's.
being
you can
this,
get.
having
Yeah.
having to know the demographics.
she's not lying.
I'm not
She's
at all.
literally there's one red light between 2 McDonald's. Well, no, that's a lie. There's actually 2 red lights between 2 McDonald's that are like very close to where her and I live, and the service is a 180 between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
And when I say the service is like, as in like, I know for a fact which McDonald's the machine does the
Ice cream machine.
ice cream machine is working at.
I know you know the McDonald's.
Or is it-
The
or-
one up there by South Point?
Yeah, between the 2.
You know the McDonald's that's not gonna.
Oh, yeah, no, the
get
one
mad
over
if
here
you ask
doesn't
for
work.
extra sauce.
I know which one's just going. That's not going to
I
hassle
told
me.
y'all about that meal that her and I got coming home one day, like that,
Yeah.
with the whole lettuce thing, and like it was
the,
wild.
It's the little things like that that amaze me, because I think it's because that McDonald's, because it's across the street from a casino, it's a little bit the same way the service is different from my Denny's.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
has to be.
Also.
I think it has to be because you're near
So-
a landmark.
But it's because, but I'm looking at it like, but because of where you live at, well, I thought it was a prominent.
Yeah, it's all
Used to be a nice-
residential.
Used to be a nice neighborhood.
It's literally all residential. There's only like 2 or 3 things around here.
Say it.
No, look, this is a 6-figure income neighborhood.
As far as fast food is concerned, that's like one of like maybe 4 that's like in that area. There's the Jack in the Box, the Del Taco, the Taco Bell, and the McDonald's. And the Dairy Queen. That's like literally
So
the
then probably
only
what it
like
is.
fast food ones that are right
it's
there.
like, but hold on, but pre-pandemic, they were like, "Yo, fuck you."
Yeah. Like,
That was the energy.
they doubled down on it.
They
Basically.
don't like that's the Smiths.
Yeah.
was on some like, yo, if you die in here.
Hey, yo, I got your McNuggets, stupid. Like it feels like the Bronx. like yo, big head nigga, I got your order.
They called it Thunderdome in that shopping center for a reason. And then all of a sudden everybody was just like, yeah, you can take Joe over there. I'm like, no, why? No.
To the dog room, that's it.
But then it's like, then I realized what it was. And I was just like, okay, no, I get it. And it's bad, but
it's got a lot of Flamingo and Maryland energy there.
The energy's there, but it's just like, it's like you gotta catch them. Like it's timed.
Yeah.
Like there's a peaceful moment between like 1 p.m. and 1 and like 2:30 right before the school lets out, where it's just like you can really get some shit done.
Yeah. And then after that, it's a wrap.
And then like right before lunch, so I say around like 9:30 as I'm going to work, 9:30 a.m. to about 11:15 a.m. where it's just like you can get some shit done without hassle. Any other of those hours, fend for yourself. If you die, you die. I figured it out. Seriously, I figured it out.
Yeah.
Like that's literally the time frame, and that's literally when I get my shit done.
Yeah.
I literally thought that was Gina Carano for a minute. Is that a wrong estimate, or am I like close?
No, yeah, you are. I mean, I just have a certain schedule, so I kind of get to not go during those really nice calm hours. I get to go when everyone else is going. With both kids in tow.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, we survive. They have no damn bags.
I don't mean to talk about stuff so
They're using
personal,
grocery bags for the produce bags right now. They have been for like over a week. Can't get no produce bags.
But
no meat bags. It's grocery bags.
Yeah, I don't have those problems. My Smiths is decent.
White people problems.
no, if you really want to talk about it, I feel as though we're already starting to get to that post-apocalyptic level.
Really?
Yeah.
Like stuff's running out?
Yeah.
People are stocking up. So this is literally, I had this conversation because it was brought up about
I look at how we do things at work now, where the degree of
what products you're bringing in and stuff is like coming
is decreasing.
So this is like funny you mentioned that.
Even though we're selling it the same. Continue.
I think so. I kind of think so too, because it's at the rate of, number one, I've gotten, let's see, it's Tuesday. I've gotten 2 letters from the school already about COVID cases this week, and it's only Tuesday. And then the next was, it's so funny, but we were talking about how it was all of these reports and stuff were coming around about the extra benefits and some things that are just randomly hitting people's accounts and stuff like that. And EBT ended up loading up people with like a drastic amount of extra food stamps. Like I'm talking like $800 randomly dropped on like mid-month, and then they're going to have their next benefit kick in the next month. So like they're already sending out, regardless of what your, I guess, status is employment-wise, income-wise, they're pretty much sending everyone that has EBT the most that they can give them. But they randomly go through and drop these deposits. Sometimes it's like $92 or $103 or whatever, but it's literally like 3 different deposits of like over $200 that they made to all of these people's accounts, like back on like the 21st or whatever. So it's been joking around that like they're preparing people, like they're giving you the ability to go stock up and get what you need, because like things are gonna like go back downhill.
So I know somebody would be like, yo, they'll do 50 cents on the dollar. But like, yeah, like,
no,
I'm just kidding.
That's just like, I knew people who was hustling that like from the jump. Like,
but yeah, no, that shit was crazy.
Allegedly.
But
when I noticed that our norms, meaning bare minimum norms, bare minimum, simple things like the color of the linen that we use for our napkins is now no longer existent. It's you get what you get.
Yeah.
Might be white one day. It was normally it's black where I work at. Whereas like the linen napkins for most places.
Yeah.
And then I noticed the higher up, for whatever reason, black in this situation is always considered the more superior, more fancier.
Yeah.
When you start getting the colors and stuff like that, that's when you start getting the McDonald's.
It's cool for events,
sit down
as far as for
restaurant
like
time
a venue. It's kind of
when you get to the top, the colors of certain things are either black, clear. When you're talking about like straws, something like that, linen is black, or either just white. The whole blue, colorful bullshit, that's mid tier. We consider ourselves top tier, but now we're submitting ourselves to the mid tier stuff.
Now you're just getting whatever comes in.
Somebody's trying to protect their bottom line,
right?
It's like,
but that's not just us; it's all around. Mm-hmm. Where it's just like, look, it's not just you or a business that's just like taking this hit, that's getting hit with all this lesser quality, I guess, of a product. It's like we just ain't got it, B. Mm-hmm. It's either this or nothing. Yeah. And so it's like now the lesser quality product is still being sold at the same
as the top tier.
Top tier.
Yep.
And that's the norm. And no one batted a fucking eye. Everybody was like,
that's not what they're worried about. They're worried about being able to just stay open and meet, CDC guidelines, restrictions.
No, not on our side. I'm talking about on the other side, the consumer. Consumer didn't bat an eye.
Of course.
I don't really care what color the linen is.
No. When I say that is because it's like they know they can get away with it. Is what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah. I mean, what are we going to do about it?
In any other world, someone would have said something and spoke up. Like, what is this bullshit? I ain't signing up for this. But everybody's out now just saying, hey, I'm just happy to be out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that, like I was talking before, like tourism has changed.
What the fuck was that?
Tourism has changed in the sense that...
Japanese.
Chinese. Yeah. These ones are Chinese, but yeah. Again, I watch this show, so...
That.
That's
what I kept seeing over there.
Shut the fuck up,
that's
Jada.
That's a character called Tian Sha. It's like some kind of mystical shit because, wrestling plays with fantasy and such.
That's what I kept seeing over there in that
wasn't.
bag. Yes, it was.
Dude, stop. Oh, my God. I'm hungry.
Moving on. Okay, moving on. I'm not doing this shit. So when you get scared, you get hungry? Is that what it is?
Hungry all the time, but yeah. It's a defense mechanism. Feed me. It's a distraction.
All right.
Like I swear, I don't remember what I was talking about.
I'm gonna go ahead and butcher this. So, we were discussing back and forth my take on the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Okay. In our little group chat, I did not hate watch the first episode.
Okay.
I watched it, and I watched it. The moment I was taken out of it is when, spoiler alert, is when the final episode culminates or whatever with the assassination or the notification of the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. That's how the first episode ends. And I'm like, so we're retelling this story again of...
I mean, I think that was a pivotal point in that time.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
No, but I think it's for us in our generation. We know the story.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
This whole story perspective has been told from so many different angles. And it's like, it's not the, disrespect the legacy of MLK. It was a super pivotal moment. It's just like the feeling of here we go again. I understand that.
Got more than one hero in the book, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And I
understand that.
And I gave you a very nice premise of what you could have used, of where you could have told a story that would have connected
They could have did it in the 90s with the Rodney King riots.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
With our generation, I said you could have told it with the Rodney King riots, the OJ verdict.
You could have did it with the Gen 6 shit that happened in the late 2000s.
The Kuwait War, even the Gen 6 shit. Anything.
2000, the year 2000. You could have did it on the year 2000.
To tell an up-to-date story, bada bing, bada boom. You have a generation. I'm not saying that this generation won't be interested in it, but I doubt it.
So you're saying that they should have made it something closer to their...
Closer to modern time, perhaps.
But then would it have been the same show? It would have been something completely different.
I think that's the thing about the Wonder Years. Like, when I took a step back, I thought about your point about what you were saying. And it was more so, like how we said earlier, it's a pivotal time. So as long as there's something like the OJ, the OJ trial, that happened when I was in middle school. It wasn't super pivotal, like, it shaped my whole fucking life. But that was the first time I really saw two sides of something. And two opposing sides. And I saw a lot of hateful things said. I saw a lot of weird tension. I saw a lot of people prejudging based on what they felt. And I saw people, and I'm gonna be honest, I saw poor winning.
Yeah.
And it's like all of those things was kind of like,
all that stuff that Chris Rock talked about.
Yeah, it was like, like it was really, and it really made you aware of like the situation. And it's like, you got to know how to sit there and record. But like being an adult, I've dressed that somebody said something about the OJ trial. I was like, bro, I had a math test the next day. I didn't fucking care. It was like, I was trying to get through that test. I was in 6th grade or 7th grade. But it's just the time frame in which I can understand that it being pivotal. And the MLK angle, it's not to say that the story doesn't deserve to be told. It's been told so
many times. That's all I'm saying.
If they would have centered around Malcolm X, that'd have been crazy.
I get it. I just think that they were just trying to keep the integrity of the timeline to literally just put it into another set of eyes, to show it through another set of eyes.
The first one was set around the Vietnam War, wasn't it?
Exactly. This is almost the same time frame. So who are you reaching out to now to tell this story?
Yeah.
I guess anyone that'll listen.
I'm sorry.
How many episodes have they done so far?
This one.
Just one?
It was a pilot episode.
Yep. So I guess like now it sets up where the story gets told, but there is a huge potential letdown because this is done in around the same time frame as the original, and B, the gap. Okay,
real quick, to compare the beginnings of the first and second episode, the first episodes of the originals of the Wonder Years. The end of the first episode, it ended with notification that Winnie Cooper's, Kevin's crush, brother was killed in Vietnam.
Wendy Cooper's brother.
Yeah, was killed in Vietnam. You find out the main character's crush, her brother was killed in Vietnam in the Vietnam War. You can ask a question, what's Vietnam? You can talk, because at that time, the audience, like I said in the text message, the audience,
lived through it.
They could have centered. If they really wanted maximum effect, they could have centered around 9/11. They really could have.
I'm talking about then.
No, but I'm saying like.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. It's like there was no reason for this retelling, reboot, whatever you want to call it, to take place when it did. Who is it reaching out to? Yeah. Who's the audience? Please tell me, who's the audience?
I don't know who the target. Yeah,
it could range from
black.
Obviously, but it could range from the generation that grew up watching the show.
Here's the thing, though.
I've already watched it. If I want to watch the black version of the Wonder Years, I'll watch everything. Chris? Everybody loves Chris. Everybody hates Chris.
Which was a dope telling of it because it was done in the 80s, which was more comparable same premise, different era, but it made it
They
more
stepped
comparable.
it up.
Yep.
They made it more recent. They loved it. It went
tied
on
in
for
Back
so
to the
many
Future
seasons
and everything, and Rocky,
all this
all
other
that shit.
stuff.
Yeah.
Boom, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Same with the Goldbergs. They're reaching out to a certain audience. Who is this show for the 1960s reaching out to in 2021?
Because it makes you ask: is this a scenario where some white people decided they're going to do what's best for black people, and there's just going to be a weird, like it's going to fail, like because it's disingenuous, like.
Do I want it to succeed? Yes. I don't need another retelling of black people's struggle in the South during the 60s. I've heard the stories my entire life now.
Yeah. No, I get that because I always talked about the show Burn Notice. I talked about the show Burn Notice, and I was like, I like the premise of this show because you can take somebody else and take the same concept, a spy who gets burned, and now they got to go live where they're from.
I'm sorry, real quick. Look at it like this. I've heard my parents' story. Tell mine now. Can you look at it like that?
Yeah, or tell the generation right before me, or tell the generation right after me.
If I want to hear a black story, tell me a black story about like how it was in the 90s, 80s, whatever.
You could have sent this around Tupac or Biggie being killed.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, you got Easy E dying.
You had a plethora.
You could have did. Yeah, you could have did this
black
about
people's
Things
struggle
that has happened. Yeah.
But you chose to. Hey, let me go back. That goes back to the whole way. There's more choices between slavery and MLK.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
No, you're in that regard. Yeah,
So the fact that you decided to end for your premiere episode for this spectacular reboot that had everybody in the comments crying.
We've seen, you know what, like we get MLK, like, you know, we get it, like we get who he was and what he meant, but do people realize that we've seen this man die so many fucking times?
Right.
Like every time y'all talk about him, he dies again. Like y'all couldn't let this man live, so you keep killing him. It's like that's really what it starts to feel like. Like pick somebody else, not Jesse Jackson.
And I'm not saying I don't like stories from that age, because I love One Night in Miami. Mm-hmm. Great movie. I never heard that story before.
Well, we love the Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah, it was a new story. I hadn't heard it before. Tell me it. I don't mind.
Even Ali, when Ali was around that time frame with Will Smith when he did that movie, they told it in just a way that was dope. When Chadwick Boseman did Get On Up, and the way he passed, like when he passed in when MLK passed and he was performing in Boston, like that was my favorite scene in the movie. We are black. We supposed to represent ourselves better than this. Like that whole he barked on the crowd and got people to chill out, and they went back to having a good time, and they acted with class and dignity. And it was like in a time where it was fucking tense. And it was, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's just I am tired of seeing MLK continuously die. Like give me somebody else.
I mean, they didn't show it, but they just announced it.
Yeah, but it's like
for whatever reason they chose to have the white person give him the news. I think that was funny because it was Kevin. I keep wanting to say Kevin, the updated Kevin. I think his name is Dean. Who named?
In that time frame, yeah, 50. He was born in 56. Yeah, Dean is the thing.
There was even black kids Dean back then.
I'm a black kid named Keith.
I know a lot of black Keiths,
but there was a time
Keith
when
Sweat, my guy,
but when it wasn't normal. So like
Keith from Good Times,
but
the ultimate light skinned Keith.
Oh, you sound like I challenged his title.
I'm just saying.
The ultimate.
Nigga broke his leg walking down the aisle. Blaming JJ.
All right, before we get any more.
That's why you didn't go to the NFL. Okay.
All right, but yeah, now getting back to it, I haven't watched it, but I'm still gonna give it a watch and try to give it a fair assessment. And I have to watch the second episode to see where it goes.
You let me know.
Yeah, because it's kind of like what you said about the He-Man shit. That could be the first episode, and it's like, nope, this is it. But then it goes where it goes from there.
Well,
like you said, the rest of the series was about not this. It was completely about all other shit. So that's what I kind of had to check with that. That's if it makes it to a second episode. If the reviews were not good or whatever, I don't know.
I know the reviews for one movie that we talked about that ended up being horrible. What? Was what's my man? God, I hate to say it like this. We talked about it, the trailer.
Oh, the Dear Evan Hansen?
Yes.
Oh, the suicide movie?
Yeah, I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah.
Well, I would have known what you were talking about.
I just think of that, but I always think of when I just see that title screen.
Man, the reviews for that movie, they even like, they're like, yo, what is this shit? I didn't know it was based on a play. It was actually based on a Broadway play. And they chose to use the guy. For some reason, I think it's the same kid from the magician from the not Bring It On, the Bellas, the Bard and Bellas. What's the name of the movie?
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. The magician, is that him? It looks like him.
Is that him?
So apparently, I guess he was the same actor that did it on stage. So when you're on stage, of course, from a distance,
that's gonna hit
he looks younger.
Yeah, it's gonna hit
and so forth. But they decided to use him for the movie, and they're like, "Yo, if you don't get this fucking 30-year-old the fuck out my face,
this awkward frail 30-year-old."
And so that's just it. They watched the movie, and it's just like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, it was a book, I guess. Broadway promotional. Yeah, it was on Broadway.
The only thing I seen was I forgot what they showed, and what was it, Hawkeye or whatever that had Captain America the musical?
Yeah, Ben Platt. That's his name.
So Ben Platt.
He is the magician nerd dude from Pitch Perfect.
From Pitch Perfect, okay. Low key, what do they call that movies? Where something you like something you're not supposed to.
Cult, not a cult classic.
No, not cult classic. Guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
That's right up there with Mean Girls.
Addison loves that movie. She does all the routines and stuff.
I know we were singing the final song together at one time. Don't you
forget about me.
But
so cute.
I found that was interesting that even this day and age, a movie on a touchy subject like that, everybody was like, yo.
No.
Well, it's like Lil Boosie and his shit. I guess his IG got took down, but I saw a clip of his movie that's this independent film coming out. I just need Lil Boosie to say he hates gay niggas, like for real, like just say it, bro.
I'm pretty sure he's already said it.
No, but like you keep reiterating because like the clip that I saw was like he was in jail. There was some gay niggas in jail, like, and it was like you wrote this movie. You didn't have to put this here. You went out of your way to write this part of the script. You made a dialogue between two gay characters. You're way too invested in this, bro. You really are. Like, let it go. Something happened to you, huh? Like, it's like I don't want to
discuss that. Oh, before we go, I knew there was something special. Want to get some nerdy shit?
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Can I blow your mind?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like because you said after you went back and watched Civil War, you were just like, I really do see where he's coming from now with the whole vial thing.
Yeah.
I even went back and watched that whole scene. It was the first time today that whole scene took place at an infectious disease facility.
Yeah.
Even more, you had your opportunity right there.
Because it was on the TV when I was at work, and they were like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, like this is Civil War." And that's when I texted you, and I was like, "Huh, it's on." And I was like, and I'm watching it, I was like, because what was it, Crossbone?
Crossbone.
Yeah, he was trying to get the shit that. Remember when he tried to blow Cap up, and then Wanda shot him up. Mm-hmm. The vial was from the Center for Infectious Diseases.
Yeah,
in Nigeria.
Oh,
and so with that open market. Yeah. With everything
like in my mind in the story, I was like, you have a vial, you can tell a story, but now you have a vial from the Center of Infectious Disease, for this zombie story. That's all the best.
This is less of a leap. Like this is like it's just a quick fire,
easy layup is what I call it.
It really was.
Instead of having. So Janet Van Dyne, when she was down in the quantum realm, she came back with some sickness.
I kind of would have preferred it your way because I was like, yo, y'all keep coming for Hank Pym. Like, yo, like what did my man do? Like, no offense, like Tony Stark did way more damage in the real actual universe. Like,
I'm about to say, aren't you tired of seeing?
Went up and then blew up.
Aren't you tired of seeing Tony die? Like,
yes, I am.
That's what I want to ask you about, especially with that the last one, not the second to the last one, not the third one,
Killmonger,
the Killmonger one, when Killmonger kills him.
I mean, I I had this, like, and of course it's a whole, obviously the what if series, but I already knew that he was going to die in some way, shape, or form, because I didn't really know exactly where his character was going to go if he didn't. Like, I feel like the whole Killmonger thing wouldn't have made sense if he didn't die.
Yeah, because it's like
if Tony didn't die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like what Ross said. It was basically when Ross gave that whole fucking breakdown in Black Panther about who he was, like Eric Stevens, blah blah blah. He's trained to do this.
Right.
And if knowing that and thinking about that,
Breaking down societies and all this
everything
other
like that.
yeah.
And the way he did, like when he got Obadiah out of there, you know, the way he set up the deal with
when he was doing it, I'm watching it, and like you just said,
It's like he's doing
I was
some
like,
shady
he's playing
shit,
this
man.
shit.
He is.
I was like, this is really how
Doing
one
some
person
shady
breaks
shit.
down
Yeah.
an entire society
From inside.
from the inside out.
Say this, I was like the way it ended pissed me off because I was like, yo, like yeah, I was like, is there a part?
Oh no, I wrote down in my notes in my phone, this is the one that needs to continue, and that's why that's
Yeah.
another thing. That's
Facts. Yeah. Salute.
not sure if I want to sneeze yet or not. No, I'm good, thank you.
Just in case.
That's why I really wish you had watched Visions, man.
I watched that first episode. I was in the middle of doing shit. I was like doing some dishes and like trying to cook something too. So it was like I sat down and watched the first episode and I was like,
We can wrap this up in a little bit, but I just want to backtrack to the what if part. Did you watch the last one?
With Thor.
I enjoyed the Thor one, and
He's a
a
douchebag.
douchebag without his brother. It's like, he's a frat guy. Like
I'm
totally.
like,
I like it,
man,
though.
like, I mean, no, I
It's-
thought it was funny actually.
Listen, I
like
love
the
fact
episode
that
was
friggin-
entertaining.
I love that
Okay.
friggin' commanded the fear of every like he did. Loki was
Yes, you
one more
did.
time.
friggin'
Oh.
mom.
Yeah, the
I love that.
mom
He's like,
flying in like that.
She's flying
They trying to
right
clean up
here.
everything.
My mom is coming right now.
Everybody had to clean up.
She's not happy.
That for me, that was the adventure in babysitting meets
Ferris Bueller.
meets the Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner fight between him and Captain Marvel when he was making all the
Yeah.
noises
Yeah.
and stuff like that, fighting in the desert. I was like, this is literally Looney Tunes right here. I enjoyed
love
it.
Loki.
Yeah, I really
I'm your
like
brother
that one.
from another mother. That's
Right.
not my mom. Like
I like how you showed up, just different, just coming in like, what's up? I'm here to fuck shit up. We can just party all day long.
I like
What's
how
up?
they fake the tents.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like
Love the episode, and then I was upset when they threw the ending out there.
Ultron with the.
Ultron Vision.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. It
I was upset for a minute,
Yeah, and then it was like, ooh.
but
Addison called it too.
what?
Addison, well, she watched it and she called it too.
Smarter than all of us. That's
And
why.
it took me a minute too, because even when it popped open and like I was looking at it and I was like, she's like, it's Vision.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, well, you called it then, girlfriend.
but this is where the show started to get good,
Baby.
because I think that was episode 7
6.
I thought it was 6.
or 6.
So
Okay.
the first one, obviously, Captain Carter, T'Challa, Star Lord, the murdering of the Avengers, zombies, Killmonger, Thor. So we're at next one tonight is
Nope.
episode 7.
Got Doctor Strange.
Oh, so we are
Oh,
7.
we're at 7.
Yeah,
All right, so it is 7.
I forgot. Yeah, wow. I must have blocked that out.
So there's 7 out now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with all of those out, okay, so this is the last 2. This is where they all are starting to connect now, and this is where I'm about to blow everybody's mind on this one. I got it. I've been doing the dust, the Marvel dust.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
Wow. You just admitted that? Allegedly.
The Marvel comic book dust,
kidding.
where you just go into the comics and you just
Yes.
and think. How do you think I come up with all these fucking shits? Like I just sit here and think.
You said doing the dust. I heard it a certain way, and I just chuckled
No.
and laughed it off. I know what you meant. Go
I'm
on.
not out here getting dusted. Like
You're not zooted out here. I get it.
ain't off the table.
Watch 90 Slang.
But okay, tonight's episode is about how Vision / Ultron comes into existence,
Okay.
and if you notice, and this is something that my high brain noticed, when high-brained noticed, be specific here, notice is that at the end of episode 7, the Watcher does something that he's never done in any other episode.
Which is?
Blinks.
Okay.
And the moment he blinks, what happens?
Oh, transfers.
Really? He's never blinked before?
Nope.
They only show his face for seconds at a time, but I don't recall it.
He literally says...
I wasn't looking for it.
He literally says, wait, what? He doesn't even know what's supposed to happen.
He does say that.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, it feels like... And
that's what happens. You blink for a second, these kids go crazy.
And that's one thing I love. Like, it gives me that, not the poltergeist, what am I going to say? Oh, my Twilight show feel of, like, the twist at the end. Mm-hmm. Everyone has the twist. Whether it's zombie Thanos, and they're bringing the Mind Stone, or it's, you know what I mean? It's Doctor Strange's universe just being locked away forever. You know, whatever it was.
You just mentioned them.
Doctor Strange?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You excited?
For Spider-Man?
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Doctor Strange, Spider-Man. All right. So there's something that happens to Doctor Strange in Infinity War that affects him. Okay? Mm-hmm. Outside of him getting dusted. That change is shown in Endgame. Okay?
Okay.
All throughout Endgame. So, from our knowledge, our next time seeing Doctor Strange would be, I guess, in what? Far From Home, correct? Because we've not seen him in the trailer.
Right.
It goes from his own movie, the Thor movie, Ragnarok, the little bit that was at, Infinity War, Endgame.
And now Spider-Man.
Now Spider-Man, okay. So, from Endgame, that change has happened. When you see him now in the trailer for Spider-Man, that change, that very, very, very specific change is no longer there. If it's a hard change. Now, if you think about it, you would know what it is. I think Keith would know it. And it also goes into what we're talking about as far as what I was talking about as far as what if, where I was like, that's not our Doctor Strange that we know.
Yeah.
Because of that change. And because of the differences and everything and why he decides to do what he did. I believe.
Yeah, it was his heart, not his hands.
No, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, if you haven't figured it out.
Go ahead.
In the trailer, Doctor Strange still has the Eye of Agamotto after Thanos destroyed it in Infinity War. He never wore it at any point in the Endgame, but when you see him in the trailer, he has the Eye of Agamotto. The only Doctor Strange that we know of that has the Eye of Agamotto would be the Supreme Doctor Strange that we saw in the end of What If. That would be daring enough to go ahead and say, hey, this little spell that I think might not work, let me go ahead and try it out anyway. Wink, wink. Wong's leaving anyway.
Huh.
It feels like a lot of things are different because Wong is like, what are you doing over there with Abomination? Like, it's like everybody's up to something. That's the one thing I've noticed with like this not just the main characters but the secondary characters. Like we were watching Cap and the Winter Soldier and Sharon Carter. She's gonna, it's gonna be interesting to see the route that she goes.
I'm just waiting to see where she's going with.
So you're just gonna fuck with Spider-Man like that?
Because what else has he got to do?
That's what I'm thinking.
What is he
what
going to
else?
do? Just sit in his universe in that little square prism that he's made for himself?
So, and that's what I'm trying to think.
I thought the Watcher made that for him.
No, he made that for himself.
Because everything around him was
his universe is disintegrating. So he had the power to make that for himself. So who's not going to say he's not going to have the power to just hop over to another universe?
Or it's another...
Like, he's talking to the Watcher.
Yeah.
He's powerful enough to have a conversation with the Watcher and say, hey, why don't you do something to stop all this? So what you're not going to say he's not going to be powerful enough to just say, hey, you know what, my universe died, let me go over here.
Cool.
And now we do have a good multiverse of madness where you have two Doctor Stranges, one powerful than the other, maybe. Or maybe I'm just writing a better script than Hollywood. I don't know. Yes. This is why I go to movies and I have these expectations, and then I go see it, and I'm just like, oh,
I'm so disappointed. Right. My story was better.
Y'all need to pay me,
right? Because the way I look at it, because the way I look at it, the way I tell it, it's an easy layup.
But that's why
it's right there.
That's why I've been telling you to write something, because
I do write. I write my story.
Okay, whatever story you write. But what I'm saying is, because the next step is, well, what do you have written? Like, what have you written?
I got plenty.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's how it starts though. Like, this is how you were how you basically telling me to get off my ass and do this.
My fourth Back to the Future script is done.
That's done. We talked about this though. You said
that's done. That's done in the back. It's done.
But you and I talked about that, and you said that you would rather take it and re-break it down and make it the first of its kind.
Yeah, it's good. It's done. It's really good. Back to the Future 4, starring Marcus Scribner. If within the next 3 years, if it was able to film in the next 3 years, would be a really good movie.
Marcus Scribner is the kid from Stranger Things?
From Blackish.
Oh, okay.
The son from Blackish. Yeah. The older son from Blackish.
He's perfect, yeah.
He would be the
he's perfect.
He would be the nephew of Marty McFly.
I just thought of the the episode with the barber and the haircuts.
When I say I wrote this script, I literally wrote this specifically for him.
No, but you remember, you showed. I watched it with you. The episode where the dad kept getting the fucked up haircuts.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking gold.
And if it doesn't work for him, it would go for the younger kid, because it could go for him that played his younger brother.
Okay.
It specifically has to be. There's nothing behind you. There's no ghost.
It did sound like something like, I don't know if that was the ice maker or whatever, but
it's the blinds of the ice maker. She's fine. But no, it had, because in the show, or in my mind, the main character that's going through time in this one, and for Back to the Future 4, is the nephew of Marty McFly, who is the offspring, so to speak, of the mayor, Wilson Good, and the mayor's daughter, Wilson Good, and the brother, Marty's older brother, that went off to college, that was working in business.
Mayor Good was the white bald dude, right?
No, the black mayor.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
That worked in the shop.
The white bald dude was a principal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That never aged. He was the same.
With the shine.
So, in my story, is that.
Okay.
Interesting.
The mayor has a successful daughter that meets up with a successful son of the McFlys that has this big Arthur, and they have this offspring, Marcus McFly. The story's done, fam. I've done it.
Get this shit greenlit, bro. Like,
awesome, though.
Yo, man, they're doing it Back to the Future 4. Is it a remake? Nah, man, it's a continuation. Really? Yeah, it's nephew. His nephew's black. Well, they explained it real quick.
Yeah. Tell me, and it's not like it's forced.
Nah, it's a real organic process of how.
Yeah, and it's just, the nephew getting interested of the uncle that never had no kids.
Yeah. And I feel like you can put that in the trailer easily, where you can sit there.
Well, actually, does have kids in mind, but but the older versions of Dot's kids show up.
Okay.
Playing, I'm not gonna say who they were played by, but because I wrote them specifically. Dude, it's done. It's a badass fucking dude. I like it.
That's awesome. You should sell that.
Let me know. Let me know in the comment below.
Like, subscribe, comment below. That. It's for sale.
But yes, I do have a script that is written, and that is done.
Who's trying to greenlight Jada?
That, can be told. I think it's actually really good. That, can be told without and I'm not saying this in a disrespectful fuck, no, I really do feel bad.
Wonder Years?
No.
Well.
His name. The main actor, Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
You know, because of his condition, you know, being able to be on a show where it's a story that could be told without him being there. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
It's a continuation.
Continuation.
And then you have
a legit continuation.
The dope cameo or whatever.
Yeah, I do. There is a cameo. There is, you know, some stuff, and that's not at the end for once.
Yeah.
That, you know, makes sense why it would come in the middle, but you know, it has a nice ending.
Or you could even sneaking in at the beginning
where that's like open ended, where it's just like you can do what you want from it there. Yeah, or you could just not do anything, and it could just be like the end of Back to the Future 4. Just, it's good.
The end. Yeah.
All right, coming soon.
So,
Project Greenlight. Nah, for real though, it is the time and era where people are just creating their own shit. Cause at your house when I got my hair braided, we saw that shit Kate, which that shit was just hyper violent, but I appreciate that. So,
yeah, she fucked people up.
I gotta watch Kate, and I want to watch the other one.
Hey, we got what do you see?
No,
We're gonna go see Venom too.
I'm seeing that on Thursday.
Yeah.
We're gonna go on Saturday. I think.
Yeah. That's
The only reason I did that is because for whatever reason, everyone I follow on YouTube has already seen it.
Yeah, there was an early drop.
Yeah, so it's like I have to avoid like so much. Where it's just like, dude, I just want to like get into the ESPN feed. Why do I have to go through everybody's, you know, spoiler review, like talk about Venom and shit? Like, so that's why
Give
it's
me
just
a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Don't say nothing else about the movie. Like, just give me one of those.
right. But I've heard some good things about it. I haven't heard anything negative. They said something about Venom's coming out and some shit, but I don't think that was true. But you know, I don't care.
Like I said,
What?
we talked about this before. You were laughing because you were like, I was excited when we watched the trailer, and you were like, I've never seen you excited for like a movie. You know, it's like one of my favorite villains ever. Like,
oh, as far as with
Carnage.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, when I got the 300 this and Spider-Man, and then like the whole Carnage subseries, because it was kind of like like Avengers in a sense, because there were so many fucking heroes that all came together to fight this whole thing.
Right.
So it was
remember it.
Yeah, and it was just like, and Carnage was just he's a fucking psychopath. Like, and it's just like, huh? You're so bad, Venom's got to be good. It's like, I fucks with it. It's like,
I just want to hear him go, that's a red one.
yeah, that's what. Yeah. Oh shit.
That's a red one. Yeah.
Everybody, you promise? Oh yeah. Like,
Can eat everybody.
that shit was funny. It's like,
Well, we actually hit everything
cool
for both weeks.
Woo!
Both episodes. Did we talk about everything for the what if?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my hot take for that.
Yeah.
You like, I think I'm gonna be.
That's
my lead in. That's my lead in going into. Excuse me.
Going into Spider-Man.
I will see this though, because I told you they had the Funko Pops, and I could see. I was like, if they were to continue this on, because there was that moment where he saved Okoye in the battle, and you were like back to back fighting, and I was like, huh, that's a powerful Black Panther and King, because you have the head of the Dora Milaje is Lord, like that's a cool, like, to the degree, but some of it wasn't like it would. In that world, like, those two would be kind of, you could see them ending up together.
Yeah, of course.
They moved in the same manner. Like,
I wasn't mad at that particular episode.
Yeah. I was only mad. I wanted more. That was it.
Yeah. And
Angela Bassett's character going to battle was crazy.
It was good to see her fight.
Whooping ass too, slicing through rhinos and shit.
It was good to see Mama out there handling business.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the What If series whatsoever, but I'm glad to see that when they said that implications for what happens in What If, Loki, all these other shows will actually have effect to what happens with going on in the Marvel, not in the actual movies.
Well, they always seem to be able to tie it into something.
But even if you show 3 or 4 different versions or possible realities of one character, to me that's fucking dope.
Speaking
because
of
you
never
opened
aging,
up that platform.
I have to watch that on Hulu. Help me out here. 9 Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, I've been hearing crazy things about it. Like, I heard it was good.
Because I haven't.
9 Perfect Strangers.
Yeah,
it's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu, She's starring in it. It's a limited series. Like
it's her, like
yeah.
Melissa McCarthy. There's a lot of people in it.
People, like,
I know who you're talking.
People that I like, like actors in it that I like.
And I'm like, I don't know where it's gonna go.
Yeah, I want to check that out. The other one that's on Netflix now, Squid Games.
I've been hearing good reviews about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I heard it was dope.
I want to check that out. Anything Korean, like cinema right now, is like, you sign me up.
For the past few years, like The Man from Nowhere, all that shit.
Train from Busan, all that shit.
Which they said they're making a sequel.
Yeah, so it's like
another one. Yeah,
it's like the third, fourth one now.
Yeah, the third one, I think.
I saw something called Army of Thieves by Zack Snyder. And I'm praying this has nothing to do with that Army of the Dead movie he did.
Okay. Because
he said he was making a universe.
The Army of the Dead movie you said was just...
Well, remember we talked about it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it had aliens, time travel, multiverse shit, everything in it. And here we go with the Wonder Years again. I swear to God, I'm not trying to hate this show. I'm really not, because it's just like,
it's when you can pick something apart and it's like you can take shots at it. That's the whole problem.
I guess the big thing about it is because like the kid's not good at anything.
But also, we're tired of seeing MLK die. It's like,
like I'm not even mad at the new Chucky series that's coming out. Like that actually looks good. I'm a little bit, questioning the fact that they decided to have like the kid that's like 12 years old already be gay, but that's what it is in the show. But yeah.
You just made him antisocial. As a person, like I said, I had my buddy. I chucked that nigga out the window. I'm not watching this. It's like, I didn't like the premise of Chucky. A little tiny person.
Chucky was my shit.
I've never watched it.
Chucky was my shit.
I don't
a little
like shit
tiny
like
person
that.
to kill me. Yeah.
No, any sort of,
I'll never see it coming. It's like,
absolutely not. Nope. No thanks.
No, other than that, my only other bit of news updated, like I said, the contract came in, so I actually got to meet with my lawyer and go and finish everything up. Started on my visa and shit like that. So
this guy got me with my lawyer and on my visa. Language is getting different real fast, boy. Language getting different real fast.
I posted a meme and it said, "I'm single, but I'm dating. So if you see me out with different people, shoot me a message and let me know who I look better with." Like,
talk your shit, King.
You might see me walking the dog. You may see me at the dog park. You might see me just out.
Platinum cookies.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode.
It just might be.
Yeah. There's nothing I've said that would top that. Other than, I like her. Yeah, like that was it.
What was her name again?
Mandy Rose.
That was the one with
the lips.
The lips. Outside of that, just wipe that off, man.
And here's where I do
Some of these women just have such strong faces.
That's just the what do they call that shit?
That is not the contour.
No,
it's not.
You really think
That's a jawline?
Is that a strong face?
That's a jaw.
Is that a strong face? Out of curiosity,
is what?
Is that a strong face? I'm asking you. Or is that a filter?
That's a filter, but she has like softer features. If you look at the two that were just on here, they have very...
Like that was her blonde.
Very sharp.
See, that right there.
Direct jawlines.
Yeah. That right there.
And chins. Dominant chins.
That right there. That.
Yeah. There's a commentator named Corey Graves. Every time he came out, he said, "God's gift to professional wrestling." Every time she came out, he would bark at other commentators, "Shut up! She's coming out here!" Like, it was like he was about to be like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like,
that's on the level for me. That's on the level with Deborah. As far as like legs in wrestling, that cut, that thigh cut, that right there. I would lay my head there all day and watch Disney Plus.
Premium.
Yeah. Man, what we doing, B?
She's real cute. Okay, I'm hungry.
I know how to pick them. I just don't know how to keep them. That's the problem.
You see the name. There you go.
I'm gonna go back.
I got you.
I'm gonna go back and stalk her.
I do it for the people.
Google.
Yeah. No, I don't have nothing else.
Yeah, then that was everything. I'm about to sit back, mess around with this.
Early album of the year contender. Sorry, forgot.
Who's that?
Fucking West Side Gun. He dropped the joint that was fire, and then dropped the B-side that was so fucking fire. And then I played it all the way through. And that shit is fire.
It is. I don't have the excitement. You're the same amount of excitement. I've had it on repeat. Mm-hmm. I've had it on repeat. I'm not lying.
I had the first one on repeat, and then I got the second one, and I was like, I'm still not done with the first one. Like, that's why I'm like that.
And this might be a disagreement that we can talk about another time. For some reason, I still have Donda just going back.
I honestly, like, don't. Okay.
This is my playlist right now. It goes when I get in the car. It goes my Mind Right Meat remix with Jay-Z, Bleak, I forgot Herb G something. I don't not G Herbo.
G Herbo?
No, it's not G Herbo. No. Huh. See, that's another one. Gams. When the legs go do that shit.
The purple or
no, in the white, the half legs all hanging out and everything. Even though she looked like a man in the face.
Yeah, be out there.
What?
It's like that.
Should I edit that out?
No.
They don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, this is true. But yeah,
they all look like men in the face.
My playlist literally goes from just it goes that remix. It goes what was it? Jail, Off the Grid. The Benny the Butcher joint with that's on his album. The one that he has with The Weeknd.
Yeah.
I have so much replay on that album. It's ridiculous.
I'm not. Let me put it like this. That album,
it's ridiculous.
That album didn't do it for me. I
didn't think I was going to have it.
I am very curious though because he and another dude are basically doing Supreme Clientele too with Ghostface. So I'm intrigued because this is different in the sense of this is not a Kanye project. This is a Ghostface project. He's got to stay within a certain kind.
But have you ever listened to when they get together, the projects that they've done together?
No, they can do stuff together. Yeah. What I'm saying is like, it's a mindset. You're going in with this other person and you're focusing and doing it. A lot of the, some of the stuff that I may not be a fan of isn't going to really be there. Or if it is, it's not going to be in this. Ghost is going to bring a different energy to it. So I'm curious, like where he's at and what he's doing to see this as far as what Ghost is at, to see him jump on and do something with it. No, my rotation is as far as like what's been like. I think it's been some of the best projects of the year. Like I said, the Topaz Jones. I go back and play that Sky Zoo, All the Brilliant Things, because it's really really dope. I love the samples. I love the layout. I love the story he's telling throughout the whole album. Because it's talking about how Brooklyn is changing, like shit like Bedside's burning and Rich Rhetoric is still one of my favorite lines. The opening line: "I ain't tied lace on my sneakers since I was 10." It's like exactly. He goes, all my inspiration, like was like all the inspiration I needed was by the bench. 18 looks like 30 to fifth graders. And like when I heard that, I was like, and he's like, and it smells like Dior. He goes, smells like Dior, Piff, and Philly Papers. And it's like the way he did it. And I was like, I'm gonna enjoy this fucking album.
Line. 18 looks like 30 to 50.
Yeah, I was really like. But even the samples like the opening joint uses the same sample that Slum Village did for Fall in Love. Mm-hmm. So like you start hearing some of these, but then his cadence and the way he rocks. That Topaz Jones still gets play. Like I go back to it. Yeah, like that album is that's my surprise album of the year. I don't like shout out to Andre as Hell. He posted it. I was like, let me go check this out. 3 songs in, I was like, yo, like I'm here.
That's a different. That's this weather vibe music.
Oh, I felt. Where's the cookout? Like who's having it? Who's having the night function with the plastic cup?
So if you haven't, no seriously, if you haven't checked out Topaz
that's what I need
Jones,
for you for my go away.
Yeah. If you haven't checked out
Wings given.
If it's wherever you're at, and if it's like 80 degrees at night, and there's a nice little breeze, play a little Topaz Jones. you know, it rocks nicely. You know what I'm saying? It has a nice little bounce to
79
it,
right now.
You know? So we're going to wrap this up, folks. This has been episode, what, 91?
Episode 91.
So do the like, comment, subscribe. Something about ringing the bell.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever the kids is doing. Yeah.
Bring it, just in case.
Like, give us feedback. You know,
I can only do so much. I'm on the technical side of all this.
I would say
Thank God,
this.
because
we put our social medias out there. Feel free to reach back if you do. Man Baby Giant, Smiling Cocker on Instagram.
Miss King Baby with 3 Ys.
Watch your mouth, you will get roasted. It's like, keep it cool. All right. It's like,
Wash your hands.
Yeah. Wash your hands. Do all
Be
that.
kind to each other.
Be kind to each other. Have a good
There is
day.
a story coming soon that you do not want to miss. Trust me.
We'll be back next
Like
week.
I said,
Any
it might be our
differences.
last episode.
Love y'all. Appreciate you.
Go out with a bang.
Bye.